Good morning, crew. Welcome to everybody out there. Welcome once again to the Chill Out Zone. Up here with me, Fervent Heat, starting my morning. Hope you're starting your morning well, or your day has went well. Kind of roughing it this morning. Got my lager cap on, a little chilly here. So anyway, welcome everybody. Brick love to you, one love to you and yours. Welcome to the Chill Out Zone, first and foremost. Melted Red Brick University. Please like, share, and subscribe. This platform has been created for the advancement and the study of meltology. And when I mean advancement, I mean advancing people that get meltology, want to understand meltology, learn about meltology, become involved in meltology. And that's what we're about is getting people up in here, getting this truth out there, because you know what, meltology, think about meltology, it's bigger than me, bigger than you. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than all of us. We just have to, we've been trying to come together for a long time now to promote, to reach out to people, to get them to see meltology. And there's nobody that has done this more than Spartan Red. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about this in my intro here. Good to see you, Oxax. Brick love, brother. Good to see you up in here. Please forgive me for this little pause here in my commentary, but there's some things I need to address here before we get going here with our memes and our laughter. And, there's some things that need to be addressed here, and I'm going to do that because it's time. And, I'll put it like this. I just said it. Spartan Red created this platform, Melted Red Brick University, the Chill Out Zone, which we've all enjoyed for over a year now. Coming up in here, we've had countless researchers that we've brought through Melted Red Brick University, through Spartan Red's platform. Many researchers, many streams hey, good morning, brother.
Good morning, carry on, mate. I'll address them afterwards.
But right on. And this last year has just been phenomenal. We had the Brickathon. We had a lot of involvement. We've had a lot of involvement from a lot of people that get to come up here on this and show their evidence and be part of this family, and that takes some effort. And that's what we're about, is effort. My role in this, being in charge of, Melted Red Brick University, being the admin role there. And coming up in here.
That's not quite right, Dino. It's your shit.
Well, I get that, but I understand the hard work that was put forth, and that's what I'm recognizing, because it's about recognition. You know what I'm saying? You're not the one to trumpet your own horn, so I'm going to do it for you. You've created a fucking masterpiece here, and a lot of people have come up and enjoyed it, progressed off of it. And, and we love that, because that's what we're about. But you know what, and I've said it before, you can give out all you got, but that doesn't mean you're going to get it back reciprocally. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on why you do things, not, the reasons for you as an individual to come into meltology, and your reasons for wanting to, are different than others. We each have our individual motives, but, we've given many of opportunity, and many have enjoyed that opportunity and come up in here and got everybody to know them and doing great research and doing meltology. But, when you're up on this platform, it takes a lot of work to create this, and it takes some effort, and you know what, it takes financial too, and Spartan Red, Laughing Eagle, and myself, have made this happen. And, we've made it happen for other people too. Monetarily, we put
some people can't remember that though.
Yeah,
can't remember that. Our own money. Can't remember that we donated to other people so that they could get themselves in order.
Yeah.
A lot of people kind of forget that.
Yeah. So
carry on, Dane. Sorry, didn't mean to.
So to get to the point, we made some admin adjustments here. We've kind of streamlined a little bit. There's just 2 admins up here, and that's me and Laughing Eagle right now. Deb, we kind of had to change things up as far as the admin goes. And you know, Deb's great. She's doing her own thing, but she's decided to leave the group. And, you know, that's her choice. I'm very sad to hear that. And, you know, I'm just, you know, it's just one of those things, you know, again, you put out and you put out and you try to help, and it doesn't mean you're going to get anything back reciprocally. And, you know, that's, you know, there's no hard feelings here from me. I know that, towards Deb. She's decided to do what she wanted to do. But, you know, when you're admin in any platform, okay, there's things that need to happen with that, and that's responsibility. You know, that's getting involved. That's being involved in what you're part of. And, you know, if you don't do that, then, you know, then we just have to.
What happens, Dean? It negates all the good work that you do.
Yeah. And, you know, I've reached out over a year now to many people, meltologists, and many have come up in. We've had a lot of great streams. And, you know, with the changes that happened in the last few months, you know, and people's opinions about this and that, well, you know, we're all adults here, and we all do our own thing. We go our own way with our own decisions. Sorry for my background noise there again. But, you know, if you're not going to be involved and be part of this platform, and then, you know, don't have time, but have time to go on other people's platforms, you can go wherever you want. I don't care about that, you know. But, you know, if you're not going to put any effort towards, you know, something that you guys yourself involved in and into, you know, us helping promote you and get you up in here to get you involved in it. You know, you would think that there would be a little bit more interaction, but you know, time frames and a lot of other things are issues, and I understand why you know, some can't get as involved. But when you go on one of other platforms, you know, and you know, there's time for that. But, you know, so that's why we're just streamlining things up a little bit.
Well,
you know?
I guess, Dino, we must be hog time people.
Well, you know, I can't go on how people are going to think, you know. I mean, we can't, you know. I mean, you know, I went on before about groups, and, you know, the problem with groups is you get a lot of he said, she said bullshit. And that's the case still, you know. That's why I don't get into a lot of these groups anymore, really. I just, there's too much of that. Talking behind, somebody said this, that, and, you know, and influence somebody else's judgments, you know, if you got a problem with somebody or whatever, you know, you get a hold of them directly and you work it out. I'm not one on going off of he say, she said stuff. You know, it's high school. It's you know, I don't have any room for it, and Melted Red Brick University don't have the patience for it, to tell you the truth. You know, we're selective in who we bring up in here because, you know, we want meltology. We don't want storytellers. We don't want Bible thumpers. Yeah, and if I piss you off for saying that, well, that's your fucking choice. You know. You know, if a lot of the content that Laughing Eagle and I cover doesn't fit your personal religious beliefs, then that's your choice. But, you know, I got my beliefs too. And if what I'm saying offends you, well, what you're doing, what you're saying offends me as far as religion goes, as far as politics goes, as far as anything else you fucking bring up in here other than meltology, it offends me. You know why? Because that's the shit fucking this place up. You know what I'm saying? We need to start being real with each other and speaking fucking clearly. Even if it, you know, it may offend you. You know. Well,
you know what, Dino? It's all I know is this: I ain't done nothing to nobody to warrant any kind of disrespect from anybody.
Well,
and neither of you, right? We've been upfront with certain people's. Other people have made it known to us certain things, and we've acted on it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'll tell you
what I won't accept is someone in a prominent role in the group that I created, that you run now. Dean runs the group, right? It's his group. I gave it to him. right? Dean runs the group. He makes the decisions. The be all and end all. It's Dean's decision.
Yes.
Okay. I back him up fully, 100% on whatever decision he wants to make and whatever way he wants to make it. Okay. But what I won't accept is someone who's got a prominent role in our group who has been reached out to time and time and time again, let us down at 11th hours when they're supposed to be setting up streams, and then I see them streaming elsewhere, all over the place.
Yeah. And like we said, you can go on.
Hang on, Dean, hang on. You've got a dedicated group. We've got a dedicated stream, and you don't want to come on our stream. What for? What have we done to you? What have we done to you? It's in our own best interest to change these admin roles.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
Yeah. And, you know, we love everybody out there. Don't get me wrong, and don't get Laughing Eagle wrong. It was my decision. You know, I took Deb off of admin role, and not out of spite or anything. It's just out of lack of involvement as far as coming up and being on the stream and you know, contributing that way. You know, I come up in here as I am. You know, and I've created this.
Yeah, but let's just stop a second. What have we done to all these other people that we have brought through on this stream? What have we done?
Yeah.
What have we done to anybody? People have told us they wanted to leave, and we've let them leave.
Yeah.
Whether they've been upfront about it, and I respect those who have been upfront and said they want to leave, or whether these ones who are making excuses and talking about all sorts of shit rather than telling us, well, I want to leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are still the same people who we were when we started this stream.
Yeah.
And people should want to remember that all these other meltologists that you see out there now had come through these doors first.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
So we deserve a modicum of respect.
Yeah.
You can't expect to be sitting in a group in an admin role and you're not contributing to the stream.
No.
Right? When asked, and people have been asked multiple times. You ain't done nothing tonight, yet.
As you know, as far as you look, we all got our lives. I get it. You know, it takes time, and you got to research. You know, find time to come up in and do a live stream and all that. Look, I get it. I get it more than you do. Not you, Laughing Eagle, but those out there listening to this and watching me right now. For over a year now, I have involved myself into this stream, into this platform, and been you know, brought into this family, and I've done everything in my power to try to reach out and help this grow. And we have, you know, we've grown exponentially. You know, our numbers are up there. They're getting better. You know, the content created by Laughing Eagle, putting out there daily again, you know, the streams that we come up with, this takes work, time, and effort. And you know what? I got a personal life too. And you know what? My personal life this past year, let me put it this way, in a nutshell, it's fucking sucked. But you know what's helped me got through this? In my personal life, Meltology has centered me. It took my mindset and focused me. Okay, I got a lot of goddamn issues, but I'm up here all the fucking time. I always have been. I've reached out to many people out there with their own personal issues. I've personally talked with people about things outside of Meltology in their own personal lives and what they're struggling with, because I get it. I'm struggling too. And if I can be an ear to a brother or sister out there, a fellow meltologist that are going through some difficult times, you know, that's just how I am, because I do care. And you know, when I extend a hand to come up here in the nest and, you know, and be part of this platform and, you know, show your work and promote yourself, you know, I do that out of love and respect for you.
I just want to jump in there, Dino, just quickly. Normally, we wouldn't even be talking about this shit on air.
No,
we wouldn't. But because of what happened last time, we felt that no, we are going to just bring it out there before there's any shit slinging, any stirring, any misconstrued.
Right.
We don't want nothing to be misconstrued, because when people tell you they want to leave and then they go back into their little jerk circles, they're talking all sorts of shit apart from the truth, and then it infects the rest of the community. So we're putting it out there straight from the beginning before any of the crap starts.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was my decision. So if anybody wants to talk crap, you can talk crap about me. I love Deb. I think she's a brilliant meltologist, a fine young lady, you know, just a great lady. But, we had to make decisions, and that is the decision that I made. And, it wasn't my decision. Deb left the group. It was not my decision. That was her decision. And, it saddens me, Deb, that you feel this way. And, but, it saddened me too with Mark. It saddened me too with James. You know what? It saddened me too with Chief. You know what? It saddened me too with a lot of other people. But you know what? We're all adults and we all make our own decisions. And we all understand that when we come up here on this platform, on anybody's platform, there's amount of respect due. And when you don't bring forth that, it gets very disrespectful.
I just think it's very hard to take when you start someone off who ain't got nothing and you help them out, and then it's like they totally forget where they come from, and not using that as just a throwaway term. Financially, that came out of Fervent and myself's pocket to set certain people up.
I work very hard for what I do, what I make.
And then when you see them going on other people's stream and they're an admin in your group and they won't come onto their own dedicated stream, decisions have to be made, I'm afraid. Yeah. As Fervent says, we weren't kicking Debs out of the group. Why would we do that? We were just saying, well, we feel that you're not coming on our stream. You're on other people's streams. You're showing your work there. You're not willing to show your work here in the chill out zone. We have to remove your status.
Yeah.
And Debs has decided to do what she wanted to do. Fair enough. I'm not going to try and keep people who don't want it. I'm not going to try and force people on the stream either.
No.
But if you're in the group and you've got a prominent role and you're not doing anything when asked, to me, what good are you? I'm afraid. You're supposed to be promoting it. You're supposed to be promoting it here.
Yeah.
For the group that you're an admin in.
Yeah.
That's the be all and end all. And as I said, we wouldn't normally be talking about this on here, but because of what happened last time with all those other meltologists, and we didn't say anything. We didn't make too many comments about it. This time, we don't want all the shit. We don't need it because it takes away our time that it's best spent on meltology. Exactly. So whatever you hear from whatever sources, you've already heard it from here, from the horse's mouth.
Yeah. And it's we all feel for each other. We all love each other. And when these kind of things happen, it's just so disheartening. But you know what? We move on, and we'll continue to move on. Hey, good morning, Big Jimmy, World of Bliss, Facebook user, Oxax up in here as well. James Breeden, there you are, brother. You know what? It's for me, it's about meltology, man. It's about bringing the fucking evidence. It's about bringing the best kind of evidence that I can get and bringing it to you there in the nest, in the crew here. It's not about promoting myself. Okay, I'm just a peckerwood from the sticks in Oregon, man, that's beating a job to death, trying to, make a living that I can be around my grandson. Meltology has brought me in here and given me a new perspective on my reality. And, I'm just trying to wake people up to the same perspective. And, there's a lot of platforms out there. Fuck it. I'm going to say it. There, you got Yoakum. You can go on Yoakum's channel. You got Jen. You can go on Jen's channel. You got fucking Shepu out there. You can go on Shepu's channel. You got Mark out there. You can go on Mark's channel. You can go on many other there. There's so many fucking channels popping up. You can go on anything you want to. We're not telling you can't. That would be arrogant of us to say so. Okay. What would be stupid of us is if, we just allowed people to come up in here, create themselves, benefit off of us, not contribute, and then bounce and then get to talk smack. I can't do this kind of stuff. I left high school over 40 years ago.
How you doing, Devin? Great to see you, mate.
Hey, Devin, brother. Be talking to you soon, man. Again, the high school stuff's done, man. We're all adults here. We got to wake the fuck up here. We talk about the sheeple out there, the ones that, we talk about, the ones we're trying to wake up. Well, there's a lot of us here in Meltology that need to wake the fuck up. Okay. This isn't entertainment for me. This is work. This is a dedicated avenue I'm on because I know the importance of it, man. You know, I really do. And it's not just an entertainment piece where I can get off work and come and look at some really cool pictures and interact and communicate with some, you know, funny chit chat with people in a group and then get to bounce off and then come back when I want to be entertained again. No, this is a mission for me. And I hope it's a mission for getting to be a mission for
you know what? World of Brisk made a very good comment. I get my melt fix anywhere I can, and that's how it should be. You should be looking for meltology and not worrying about egos.
That's it.
And characters and all the rest of the crap that goes along with it. It's all about the evidence. It's all about meltology.
Yeah.
How many times have I keep saying this?
Yeah.
You only see us what we show. You don't know us really. I know Dean and he knows me because we've had, you know, we're quite tight. So you only see what we show you, and what we want to show you. I'm trying to keep telling you, it's not about egos. Don't care about your ego. Don't care what your agenda is. It's about meltology.
Yeah.
Okay. It's about meltology, and all this butt hurt that keeps going around and crying on each other's shoulders. It's not about meltology. That's personal. There's nothing to do with meltology.
Yeah.
If you've been, we've asked you to come in time and time again, and you keep disappointing us, what the fuck are we supposed to say?
Yeah.
What are we supposed to say? Oh, here's another invite for you to throw it in our face again and go on someone else's stream.
Yeah. Exactly. So again, Brick Love, one love to everybody out there. Everybody out there. And
I wish Debs all the best in whatever she pursues in the future, and she's another one who has to remember how she got to be where she is now. I'm afraid, because if it wasn't for me and Dean, it'd be a different story.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dean and myself. It'd be a different story. I'm not saying she wouldn't have got up and started, but it would have took her a lot longer.
Yeah. You know.
And again, you know, it all comes down to, in my book, it's a bit of respect for people, you know. We ain't done nothing to anybody as far as I'm concerned.
No.
You know, we changes need to be made, and we make them.
Because we have to. Because that's part of advancing in anything you do. And like I said, you know, not up here to offend, but what I do if I put whatever I put out, if it does offend you, that's not my intent. That's just your voice. I'm just speaking from my heart. I'm just speaking from my sense of observations of things, you know. And I've seen a lot of it this last year, you know. Like I said, and I'll say it again, Brick Love to all meltologists out there. And I'll say this again, we're not a fucking trampoline for people to come up, bounce off, and tell us to fuck off and then go do what they want to do. You know, that's very disrespectful. Okay. And I don't care who you are out there. If you got your own platform out there and you're watching this and, you know, you're going to let anybody else come up there and do that to you? You're going to let anybody else come up on your platform and just do whatever the fuck they want? Be in whenever they want, make commitments and then not. And then, you know, I mean, come on now. You know, the high school stuff is done. I can't do that. And, you know,
and I'm sick of seeing it. So
I'm cold hard facts. That's what I'm about. If I'm going to set something up with you and we're going to get stuff going, then that's my intent. And then just to have it all fall short because of, you know, lack of involvement or whatever, you know, it's just that can't happen, you know. And like I said, respect and love to all meltologists out there, but we're serious up in here. This isn't a game to me. You know, we laugh, joke, and all that, but this is serious. We're trying to advance people, and advance people by advancing ourselves too. Being part of this collective here in Melted Red Brick University, in the chill out zone, in the hard work that Spartan Red done to put all this together. So I put it out there. Yeah, I give every fucking bit of due respect to this man right here for everything that we've all enjoyed. I'm not hogtied at all. So anybody out there thinking that there's some strict rules, the only rule is to be respectful and be committed to what you're involved in. That's it. You know, so, you know, there's many other groups out there. You can go whatever flow you want to swim in. We swim in our own flow. We're flying high, we're flying straight, and we're flying together no matter what. no matter who.
Well said. Well said, because meltology is what's important.
Yeah.
Right? Just as World of Bliss said, get your fix anywhere you can.
Yeah.
It just so happens that this stream is different from everybody else's.
That it is.
It is so different from everybody else's. You're keeping it real. Keeping it real. This is why we're talking to you about this today, so there's no misunderstandings.
Yeah.
Right? We don't want the misunderstandings, which what happened last time. Yeah. People were saying this, people were saying that, and no one's coming to us and asking us for any explanations.
No. If anybody wants to reach out and talk to me about this, do it. I'll talk to you about it. Like I did last time. Nobody's contacted me either. So, but you know what? That don't detour me, because you know what? It takes up time for my research.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it takes time. It takes my mental time away from the group, and I'm not going to do that for anybody or anything anymore. You know, this.
There's no off and on switch with us, with Fervent and myself. There's no off and on. It's always on. We're always thinking about meltology and evidence and discussing different ways to look at things and finding different avenues to explore meltology. It's on all the time.
Yeah.
By the way, before I forget, Dean, I did do that recording in the Grand Canyon, but the file was too big to send through Messenger, so we'll have to come in StreamYard tomorrow at some point and
cool.
Watch it in here.
Yeah, we'll check that out.
Yeah, we'll check that out in here. But please be use your own common sense. I mean,
yeah.
We're all about inspiring and opening up people's eyes, and that, and we ain't got time for all of this silliness. Some people have described it as a game. It's not no game to me.
No.
How people react in that group is not a game.
Yeah.
How people react when invited into the studio and then they don't turn up, it's not a game.
No.
Or they keep disappointed. This is not a game.
No.
Right? We haven't got time for all of that.
No.
Right? We really haven't. We're playing catch up already.
Yeah.
You know, they've had hundreds of years to be formulating their history.
Yeah.
So
they're progressing with it more and more every fucking day.
Right, we're playing catch up. We're trying to break down the walls. And as I keep saying, we move forward. We try not to look backwards too much. And we hope that whatever Debs does, it's successful.
Yeah.
And it's always about brick love.
It is. And there's so many more people coming into the nest, so many new people with brilliant vision. You know, we got Devin Mike up in here. We got World of Bliss, James Breeden, Big Jimmy, Ox Axe, Devin Mike. There's so many more coming in. The extension is still out there. You want to get involved in meltology. You want to come up here and show your evidence. You want to break it down with us and be part of this. Here it is.
World of Bliss says, I love the differences between the meltologists, all unique. Yeah, nobody's the same. And we don't want, I've always said from the beginning when I did the stream, be yourself. Don't copy other people, be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do we see? What do we see, Dean?
Yeah.
No one's being themselves. They're all fucking trying to imitate. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy. But anyway, let's move on, mate.
Let's do that.
Move on. We put it out there now. Everyone can watch the stream and get a gist of what's going on. And we did that to stop any confusion because, Debs is a well-liked lady.
Well, of course she is. She's beautiful.
Right? She's a well-liked lady. She's the wife. What can I say? I can't, I can't force people to do anything. But what I can do is just say to them, well, you're reluctant to come in. You're everywhere else, but where we think you should be, which is in here with us, because you're part of the Melted Red Brick University. We're going to have to. Something's got to give.
Yeah. Exactly. And like you said, we'll move on. We've got some meltology to show. Purple Spliff, there you are. Good to see you.
How you doing, Purple Spliff?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's out of the way. And as I say, I don't cry over spilt milk. There's no point. When people tell me they want to leave, they leave.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hold on to anybody, mate. I started all this on my own, and I can finish it all on my own if need be.
Yeah.
Not that I have to. You know, I've got my wonderful bro right next to me. He ain't going nowhere.
No.
And I'm not going anywhere, and we will still be streaming, and we will still be doing what we do. Anyhow, let's move on.
Yeah.
Just want to say, remember, all life matters, and you cannot live in fear.
No.
You can't live in fear. Don't live in fear. Wallaby says forgiveness is healing. There's nothing to forgive. If people want to go, there's nothing to forgive. Can't hold people.
No.
No. Can't hold people. Debs has not really done anything wrong to me.
No.
But on a personal level, I love her. But when it comes to the group and the stream and stuff, we feel she ain't done enough. So that's how it is. And remember, she chose to leave. Anyhow, let's move on. As you know, we like to start the show with memes of the day, and just a little light-hearted look at life, because humour can calm many a fervent brow.
Yeah.
It'll calm you down, Dino. Calm down.
Oh, I'm calm. Just, it is what it is,
It is what it is. It can be a bit upsetting when when things like that happen, but hey-ho, it's happened before, and no doubt it'll happen again. Because you can't please everybody all the time.
Yeah.
Anyhow, let's get on with memes of the day.
Let's do this.
And no memes were infected, rejected, or inspected in making the memes of the day. Likewise, any it's still on my mind.
Yeah.
I want to say more, but I'm not gonna. Any likeness to anyone alive, dead, or fictitious is mainly coincidental, and it's done for comedic purposes so that you can't sue us. So here we go. Oh, also, Dean, I want to apologise for my computer. Actually, it was going mad at the beginning there.
Oh, it's all right. I get it.
I had to reboot. It was just going crazy. But let's hope that we don't have any more problems. Anyway, let's go. Tell me when you can see that, big boy.
You're up.
Here we go. Look, when you've ignored the laundry for 2 whole weeks and finally had to deal with it.
Damn, man.
That's like me.
You need a big laundromat for that.
Listen, my washing machine sometimes on all the time. Yeah, I'm really bad. I've been like this since I was a teenager. I'll go for about 4 t-shirts a day. Forever changing t-shirts, and it's my mum used to hate it. Why, you got a different t-shirt? Yeah, but that one was sweaty, mum.
Yeah.
I hate when strangers say, I don't bite. Because, oh yeah, the first thing I think of when I meet someone is, oh shit, this bitch might bite me. When you're helping your kid with their math homework and you realise how stupid you are. Gonna bite the fingernails. Can't even eat a cake without being judged. Fat. I got pulled over and told my dog to act normal. Act normal, you bitch. Santa Claus, you'll get no presents and you'll be happy. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that tidy whitey wearing motherfucker right there.
Oh, God, yeah. You know, look at evil and that's what it is. I take it all back. It's fucking freezing. Greta Thunberg needs thermal underwear.
Yeah.
Greta. We have your child. What are your demands? Are you out of your mind? The daycare's closing soon. Come and get him now. The daycare. Me. He's staying there till it closes. Finally found a use for all the wine I drank last year.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Sorry, this year. Me at my son's parent-teacher conference. Is he smart or is he like me? He's like you, Forrest. When you rip such a cheek vibrating fart that your stomach ache disappears. Oh, funny. Introverts when the elevator's doors close before anyone can get on. Thank God. I don't have to breathe the same air. When you instill the fear of God in your daughter's new boyfriend. When you just can't be bothered to put in the effort.
Ditto.
Save on the electric bill.
Yeah, man.
Clean up all the toys you see on the floor. My kids.
Yeah.
You like that when I step on the Lego, mate? They get a quick kick in the butt.
Yeah. Oh, man, the fuckers.
Oh, I told you to pick that shit up off the floor, didn't I? My answer, whenever someone asks how old I am, I was once on the telephone with Blockbuster Video.
Blockbuster Video, man. Yeah.
Fucking hell, that went. They disappeared, didn't they?
Oh, they made
overnight.
bank, though. They made some bank.
Yeah. But you imagine that, I mean, over here in the UK, they were everywhere. Every high street had a Blockbuster. Everywhere.
Oh, same here. It was all over, man. It was like fucking the
Right.
convenience stores. There were so much.
Right. And now you'd be lucky if you see one.
Yeah, man. That's
They're
the
gone.
thing with tech.
Yeah. Technology now replaced it. Jesus, you have returned. In what meaningful way could we honor your death and resurrection? Eggs. Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Give me Easter eggs. Chocolate
Yeah.
Easter eggs. That is how you honor me. When the pastor says you may be seated.
Yeah.
Come on. Already. Maybe the whales would be okay staying in the water. 2 by 2. 2 by 2. You got to get 2 in there.
Yeah.
What folly, eh?
Yeah.
What's the difference between Jesus and a picture of Jesus? You can hang the picture with only one nail.
Yeah.
That don't get you. If you're a God type, don't get butt hurt, please.
No, don't rub it.
I love me some Jesus. I love me some Jesus. It's very easy to believe in God and sing hallelujah in church when this is not you.
Bam. All right.
Where's your fucking Christian love there then?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Where's your faith in humanity? Where's your love and respect for other human beings? You know.
Oh, they only have that on a Sunday when they go to church. Because by Monday, they're back to the nasty, horrible bastards that they are.
Well, how hypocritical.
Exactly. That moment you fart at the grocery store and somebody come down the same aisle as you in.
Walking through the fog.
You know, you're quickly doing the old wave of the butt, you know, hoping to dissipate it. Oh, mate. I will pray for the poor while holding all this gold inside this golden palace.
Yeah.
Hypocrisy, isn't it?
Yeah. The epitome of it right there.
Right, hypocrisy. Melt that shit down and go and sell give the proceeds to the poor. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
If you're a Christian, if you're following the way of the Christ.
Yeah.
But many of them don't. Help me, you idiots. The aliens are taking me. Oh, you cults. You make me laugh. Never a truer statement from Bill Hicks.
Oh.
All governments are lying cocksuckers.
Yeah. The prophet right there.
Good old Bill Hicks. I do like a bit of Bill Hicks.
Oh, man. Talk about up front and to the point.
Yeah, and very, very on point. Stranger walks in bathroom, gags and leaves. Me in the stool. Oh, I think there's one more. Do you remember the days when people were smarter than their phones?
I do. I do. Man.
The phone has destroyed any last semblance of sense in these people, I tell you.
Oh yeah, the TV was the first indoctrination tool. The cell phone, this right here is just a transition. What they're bringing, this will be obsolete here within 10 years.
Yeah. Because they want that what you've got in your hand there, they'll make it smaller, and they want it in your body.
They want it right
Purple Smith, is that a laundry basket? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
A very big one. It was a Titan laundry basket. It was a Titan laundry basket, I'm afraid. But those are memes today. I hope you enjoyed those.
Oh, those are fun, man.
Please be advised that we are streaming again tomorrow, but it'll be at our normal time,
Yeah.
which is 10:30 p.m. UK. So, and it will be a longer show then. I've been working on my shit today already, but yeah. So tomorrow will be 10:30 in the zone.
Right on. Yes.
Now, I think I'll kick it off again today, Dino, and whiz through these.
Okay.
And then we'll take it from there because we're nearly an hour already in.
Purple Spliff says, this place is kind of my dirty secret on the internet. Very few know.
It never used to be the case, Purple.
No.
It never used to be the case, but you know, the Chinese whispers that go around. Chinese whispers.
Yeah.
I think they think we're the rebels or something. But
well, you know what? They can paint us however they want.
Exactly.
I know how we are, you know, and we're upfront. We're to the point where we're honest, we're hardworking, and we're full of love and respect for everybody.
There you go. Nothing's changed. It's other people's perceptions that have changed. That's all.
Yeah.
But hey ho, the one thing that will always remain a constant, though, is the evidence that we show.
That's it. Because nobody's bringing it to you like we're bringing it to you. You can go look at pictures of meltology and all that all you want to, but you want to come up here and break down the evidence and get into it, get deep into it. This is where you need to be. You don't fuck around.
Right, hang on a sec, Dave. I just need to. Your wiggly finger.
Infinity's up.
Yeah. I was just changing the backdrop, that's all.
Right on. You want the music changed up?
No, that's all right, mate. You can
Okay.
just do the banners whenever you feel like.
Right on.
Right, anyway, yeah, so let's get into some evidence because that's what we're here for. And here we go. We'll start off in Spain. This is a castle in Spain, and obviously you can see what happened to the brickwork. You can see the expansion in the brickwork. You can see the carbon-14 is still in there.
Oh, yeah.
The section here, very balloon rocky in the center here. And notice the expansion here in the turret here. And this wall, this retaining wall, is all heat damage. And it's obviously, it's sitting in a moat as well.
Yeah.
If you look back here to the right, you can see the sides of it. But this is just melted downwards, pushed outwards. This is brick flood. It's a fine example.
Oh, absolutely.
And again, this is evidence from the last video. Answers needed academia, because they do need to answer the questions.
Absolutely.
They do need to answer a lot of questions about this realm. They're claiming to be experts.
That's it. They're the experts, and they're lying through their fucking teeth. They need to answer up. And not only that, all academia, no matter what you're talking about, need to answer a lot of shit. And that even goes for religion. That even goes for governments. That even goes for colleges. That even goes for your elite institutions. Answer this shit.
Exactly. How do you put this in here?
Yeah.
I mean, we know. I mean, look at this wall here. Look at the wall here. This is all melted building here, sat on the top of itself.
Yeah.
And it's quite large, isn't it? Quite a big component.
Absolutely. Do that.
Again, why do we keep seeing this? Why do we keep seeing buildings that are leaning with huge deformation in the structures?
Yeah.
Why do we keep seeing it? Where are the bricks? This is made of bricks.
Yeah.
Where are they? These are the questions that these people have to answer. Why are they building in such ridiculous places? How are you going to get up here to use this building?
Yeah.
And how many people can get up here in this building if you could get up there?
Yeah.
So it's really a redundant structure.
Yeah.
If you think that they built this, you know, what are you building it there for? Come on now. I'll just zoom it so you can see this corner is in the brick has been rock curtained over.
Yeah.
Right, this part of the structure is attached here.
Yeah.
Look, more of the same structure. The piece in between is the same structure, but it is an altered state of matter. You do not recognize it as brickwork. But there's an aperture right here.
Yeah.
So therefore, what is above and below is the same as what's in the middle. It's just that you do not recognize it as building. You think they're built into a mountain, which is impossible.
Right.
Side view. Look, attached. Look, how do you get this this wonderful marrying up of the brickwork here into the mountain? But if you look here, you can see bricks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The transition. Right. You see them, Dean? The transition here. Bricks here. You cannot build like this. How are you building this into the mountain? There's no way. No bloody way. Look, top of the building, pocket survival.
Yeah.
Rock curtaining, the balloon rocking from the bottom upwards. The rock curtain coming back down on it.
Yeah.
Trapping it. Too easy.
Too easy.
Oh, it is.
Bam.
Again, another example. Everything that looks mangled is building. Because it is. It's just melted. How this is stuck in here. How are you going to get this turret here with this melt on the side? How are you building in here?
Yeah.
You can see the heat rose from the bottom, electrical charge from the bottom. Brickwork starts to expand, starts to move up, starts to swallow layer after layer of the brickwork, and then using that brickwork that is chewed up to expand even more.
Yeah.
It's like fuel.
Yeah, you can see how the melt shifted and settled in that pit. You know,
we have ghosting in here.
Yeah.
This area here. I mean, look, this is rock curtained over here. This part here, there's an aperture here. It's like an archway, and melt, and the rock curtains come over the top. But notice it didn't reach the top.
Yeah. Wow, man.
Again, it's a classic example. A heat damaged grid component.
Yeah.
Look, you can see the wall here. Look, see the wall in the melt goes all the way around.
Yeah.
Look at the huge balloon rock on that's here.
Yeah, rimmed by red brick. I mean, look at this.
His steps are mangled. Look at the balloon rock in here in the base. It's coming up inside. And this is inside the compound, inside the walls now. It's still balloon rocking. And of course, the carbon-14 stains are everywhere. How? Academia, how?
Yeah.
Geologists, structural geologists, how?
Yeah.
How'd they put that in there? How did they put that building on the top there? Look where it is.
Yeah.
They must have had helicopters, eh? Okay.
Yeah, must have.
Another example. Again, impossible builds in impossible locations. Right? Everything that you see below this grid component is melted building.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, they cannot explain it. They give you some mad date in 1,000 years ago when they didn't have the equipment, didn't have the technology, and certainly didn't have the skilled labour.
Yeah.
Or the money.
Yeah. Well, what they do is they come up and they put their symbol on it, or they put their flag on it, or they put their fucking cross on it, and then they own it, but they don't want to explain it. But they want to charge you for it, and they want money for it, and they want to control you for it, but they don't want to explain what they claim they fucking own and built.
Also, when they put that symbol on it, it then has mysterious, spiritual, or godlike status. So God was involved in the making of this with this symbol that they put on it.
That's the power of the predictive programming.
There you go. And there's another piece of it back here. Look, right? Because they put the cross on it. It must have happened through God. But God didn't build none of this. Look at that impossible build in impossible location. What you don't understand is what to the left is the same as what this tower is, but it's in an altered state of matter. It's been cooked and not curtained over. And these towers are just the remnants of what was here. Even over here, back here, in underneath all this lush plant life, trees and whatever it is, it's melted building. Yeah, you can't argue with it. When the evidence is put there, you can't argue with it. You cannot put this wall in here. You can't put this wall in here. Why is the brickwork different here than it is here?
Yeah, man.
What is all this shit coming up the side then? It's just like we tell you. Heat damaged the grid components.
Yeah.
Electrically charged fervent heat.
Yeah.
Again, we see another grid component sank into the melt. Where's this wall? Where is this wall? It's here. All this melt. All this melt is the rest of this wall, and it's sunken down as always. Look at the carbon 14 here. Yeah. On the brick flood. More buildings back here. More parts of grid component here. These might be windmills now, but I doubt if they were windmills in the start. Just repurposed tech. As they repurpose everything. They're not going to build stuff. It's like the railways. They're not going to build new railways. It's already here.
Yeah, pre-existing, man. They excavated them.
Yeah, and we've shown you the pictures of it.
Yeah.
Again, notice all the melt. All melt. This side is lower down in the melt than this side. How is this possible? Why can't you build it on a level, flat ground? Look, even star faults on top of melted buildings. Look, it's the top of the building here.
Yeah.
Right. And we've talked about the shape of star faults before. Yeah. And don't forget the walls are very viscous. So who's to say that this electrical signal, didn't create this?
Exactly. You know, they're going on the basis that was built like that. That thing looks way different than what it used to. And you can tell just by looking at the foreground bottom left pic, you see how that wall comes up in the transition of the melt right there. It's sunk into the melt. That's the top of the structure, like you just said. And it shifted. It was viscous. It doesn't take on the appearance that it had before.
See, a lot of people will recognize that the electrical charging and the heat. But what about the sound?
Yeah, we've seen it in the other evidence.
You've seen the experiments with sound that they can alter shapes.
Yes.
Just something to think about.
Yeah.
Again, more grid components sunken into the melt. You see the melt here, look. The wall here, all damaged brickwork, all from the X Factor event. The roof has gone here, look. But we keep on making these connections. We keep on seeing it. We keep seeing the same thing over and over wherever we go in the realm. Everywhere is melted. Everywhere is sat on brick flood. Even the new buildings that we've built ourselves are sat on brick flood.
Yes.
Again, got happen. Look, we've got the skin of the bricks here, turned blocky, underneath churned out bricks.
Yep.
It's very simple. The meltology is very, very easy to understand when you look at it properly. Again, look, churned out bricks, skin of the building, look. As you can see what's underneath.
Yes.
It's cooked and churned. These were all bricks. But now they've been through the X Factor event, they're now what you see now.
Altered state of matter.
Yeah, for sure. The other side, look, same thing. Look at the look at the steps. Where's the rest of them? How'd you get up to these steps? It's all melted out. Very blocky here. Look.
Oh yeah.
Incredible. Fly through these again. Look, heat damage. Heat damage. Top of the wall churned out. Sat in the brick flood.
Wow.
See the cross?
Yeah.
See the cross? There's another cross up here in black.
Yeah.
Boom. Again, a lot. You say that all buildings are in the brick flood now. Look at this row of black blocks. See how the brick flood comes here?
Yeah.
Look how low down this side is. You can see an extra layer underneath, so it definitely melted downwards.
Oh yeah.
Definitely melted downwards. Bricks doing tricks. Look at the outside to the inside.
Yeah.
Look at the wall in this archway here, back here. Look at the blocks coming out, popping out here, and another archway underneath, sat in the brick flood. So it melted downwards. It should be self-evident.
Wow.
It just shows you what happened with this churning here. It was very violent. This expansion and churning of the internal parts of the building was very violent.
Yes.
Because of the expansion, it would tear buildings apart because it's trying to get out. It's trying to find space to expand. So that's pressure up against these already viscous blocks. So these buildings just blew apart.
Yeah.
They blew apart. Again, more damaged bricks. Look, turn into blocks. Turn into blocks, popping out here. Very, very, plenty of carbon 14 left in this building.
Oh yeah.
Very red. And again, we see the half dome. The other half's come off.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is the left wall and the right wall, totally different.
Yeah.
Altered states of matter. Look, you can see here it's fully churned into a block.
Yeah.
But over here we're still in the brick stage.
Yep.
Look how viscous the mold covers here. The covering on the mold is very pop marked.
Yes.
It's all a sign of the X Factor event. Again, we see bricks doing tricks. Look, this wall, part of the wall. See bricks here? Then we see balloon rocks. Then we have melt on the top. We've got melt back here with huge compressed bricks that have expanded. Then we have brickwork here in this arch.
Yeah.
Look at the brickwork here. Brickwork here, same. The top is now gone mosaic.
Yeah.
Crazy. And it's all cooked. This edge here cooked.
Yeah.
What does that?
Like a scab.
Yeah, it is. Again, more heated, damaged buildings, heated, damaged bricks. I mean, why are you putting two vertical bricks here and then one heat damaged brick on the top? You don't build like this ever.
Yeah.
You know, the arches, these apertures are in the brick flood. See the damage inside here. Look. The brickwork expanded inside this first arch. And then look how compressed the top of the brickwork is on the arch.
Yes.
And then we have balloon rocks here. I mean, you've got a layer of red brick here.
Yeah.
This is all part of what the X Factor's MO is. It does this. Again, remnant of the building. Look what happened to it. Look what happened to the internals. This is the internals here.
Yeah.
Melted and flooding out. Look, we've got blocks here. Small blocks. They were bricks. They're still. It's the outside shell here.
Yeah.
And then underneath this, you see this. It might be mortar actually. It might be a mortar runoff, but underneath more bricks. Look at here. It's turned to blocks. What does this to buildings? It's not any of the things that geologists want to tell you it is.
Right.
And this is a good picture just to illustrate the fact that the outside shell of the building, the bricks, is just a shell.
Yeah.
underneath. Look what's underneath. To see that this is just a shell.
Yeah.
These bricks are just a shell now. They're cooked out, compressed. And look, this is the compressed expansion, churning out. Incredible. You know, just look. This right hand side of this wall looks like, you know, when you put bread in the oven and it starts to cook and swell and starts to rise. This is what's happening here. The expansion, the hot air, same as in bread, the hot air.
Yeah.
Look at it here. The damage at the bottom. Look at the mortar snot.
Yeah.
Incredible. And people don't see this. People don't see it. They think the old world built in such a silly, haphazard fashion.
They don't see it because they don't comprehend it.
No, they you know, first of all, you got to understand that, you know, bricks can change their states of matter. They can change. And then you'll start understanding what you're seeing here. This is all red bricks, but some of them have been cooked and expanded into balloon rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Again, same. See the brick, pieces of brick in here and pieces of balloon rock and expansion. I mean, look at this brick here. Why is this one so big and this one so small? Would they put the long side up and then the short side?
Yeah.
Maybe. But they're all heat damaged. I mean, look here in the top left corner, they've gone like clinker.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And then this huge black block here. Why is that there?
Yeah.
You're telling me they couldn't find enough bricks to make this properly?
Right.
It's all about following the evidence, as I've been saying for a long, long time.
Yeah.
I'm not assuming anything. I'm not taking leaps of faith. I'm just going by what my eyes are showing me.
Exactly, man.
Right? Again, we can see what happened to the bricks here. Heat expansion. Where did the heat come from? It came from below, because this building is a grid component that was plugged into the grid, and the grid blew. Come on. Look, what does this to bricks? We've got bricks over here that are cooked. We look at the color differential here in the brickwork. That's in itself is a marvel. When you come over here, you see these big, huge balloon rocks. Look at all the churning here in the corner under the first course of bricks here. Look at it. It's what we've been saying from all along. You know, all this coral and shit is melted brick. Again, damage. Yeah. There's an archway here, or aperture here. But we only see half it because it's expanded in from the left. Yeah. Another one archway down here in the brick flood. This is all melt. Double archway. Look what happened to the bricks. Yeah. Turned into blocks. Going into the megalithic here.
Yeah.
So it's got that same burnt colour. Again, where are the bricks? Where are the bricks here? Where are the bricks here? Where's the rest of the building? Look at the damage here. You've got balloon rock here in front, underneath churned out. Bricks at the bottom. Look. To have such a lot of different damage in one building is amazing. I mean, look, bricks popping out here.
Yes. In fact, they're shifting. Your lines are going a little bit different than your right side of the pick.
This is going in at an angle.
Yeah.
The bricks are going at an angle, whereas these ones are straight.
Yeah.
Incredible. The arch is well mangled. I believe it's a double arch here.
Yeah.
Just showing you, giving you examples, giving you food for thought. Look at the transition from this brick into this crap, these balloon rocks. You can clearly see they're shifting and melting and moving around. Look, these two are very concave.
Yeah.
Like there's a little arch in them. Incredible. And where did these balloon rocks come from then?
Yeah.
They need to answer the questions, mate.
Very serious.
They need to answer the questions, but they won't, because then the lie will be exposed, won't it?
Well, you know, that's just the status quo. Anybody can say what the fuck they want, drop the mic and walk off, no rebut. Yeah. You know, that's not the way things are, man. That you don't get to fucking do that. You don't get to fucking.
Or where they fool people with the credentials, they fool people with the letters after their name, making themselves being more important than they really are. And then other people, the less well educated, oh, he's got letters after his name, he must be right.
I can walk into a fucking hospital with a lab coat on and give all kinds of medical information, and people will listen to me. You know why? Because I got a fucking lab coat on.
That's right.
All right. Same with these goddamn academia. They put all kinds of alphabet after their fucking name and think that they're better than you. Huh? They're lying to you. They're deceiving you and your fucking children. All right. They've been doing it forever.
They've been doing it generationally. It's been happening a long, long time.
And they get to rest on their lies.
That's it. You can't challenge it, can you? Because they're academia and they've got all those letters behind their names. They must be right. Again, another building where you can see the outside brick shell and then the churned up brick behind. This is what this grey shit is. The coralization of the bricks.
Yeah.
And I've showed a couple of these before, but I've got better images, so I thought I'll bring them. Again, what happened to these bricks? Why are they white? They've actually crystallized.
Yeah.
They're actually crystallized and expanded and turned into the blocks. They should be red bricks, like you can see here and here.
Yeah.
Same again. Look, churned out bricks on the outside, churned out in the inside.
Wow. Yeah, look at that. That's that one pig right there.
Now, a lot of you will look and say, oh, yeah, it's melted and all the rest of it. But what was interesting, especially to me and Dean, was if you look inside, look how the brick lines are sagging.
Yeah.
Sure sign that they're viscous and they're moving downwards. You can see that they're no longer straight. It's like a garland. Look, it goes from there, sags, then goes back to the top. From there, sags, back to the top. From there, sags, and back to the top. You can see it.
Yeah.
Just look at the brick lines. What causes that in a building? Again, more coralization of the bricks. It looks like coral, but it's not. It's the inside churned up brick. And of course, if you look in this arch, look, you can see the expansion coming out.
Yeah.
This grey stuff. And it's sat in the brick flood, obviously. Another look at this, just a clearer look at this side. I mean, come on. Even the molds around these apertures have crystallized. It's incredible. Sat in the brick flood,
Yes.
melting away merrily until the densification.
Yeah.
And again, the other thing to be noticed when you look at these pictures is how modern the buildings look.
Yeah.
And they look very modern.
Yeah.
Modern looking buildings, but look what we've got. We've got the X factor damage. Look.
Yeah.
X factor damage. I mean, we can hazard. We'll hazard. I'm going to say just before the Industrial Revolution.
Yep.
That's
I
what
agree.
I'm going to say.
That's what the evidence has shown, you know.
That's what I'm going to say. Just before the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
Just why they have to make up stories about the Middle Ages and shit. You know?
Well, exactly. You know.
There's a huge hole in our history.
Well,
But that's for you guys to check out.
Yeah.
Hang on a second, Dave. Can you just fluff for a minute, Dave? I'll be back in a minute.
Let's talk, crew. Let's talk. Be right back with some evidence. But, you know, Brick Love, Purple Spliff, Devin Mike 69, World of Bliss. I am Nancy. Many more up in here. Benny Boy, I think, was up in here. Big Jimmy, y'all still out there. I know you are. You're checking it out. Yeah, man. You know, we're bringing you the melt again. You know, and once again, yeah, we're challenging academia. We're challenging the religious hierarchy, the political elite. We're showing you reality here. All right. And we've been doing this for a while now. You know, it's just we've advanced in it with the message of meltology, and we've created the terminology for it too. You know, through our explorations together, with many up here showing this evidence. We all know it. some of us see it a little bit more clearer than others. And we keep going on about the narratives for this stuff too. This is one thing that gets me. I'm like everybody else out there. Obviously, I'm just another cat on the end of a keyboard. But check it out. I've lived my life too, just like you have. And I remember the days before the tech. I remember growing up with all the music, all the movies, all the sci-fi films, all the stuff that was indoctrinating me too. And now that I see Meltology, you know what? When I break down the evidence and I show you the transformation, the transition lines in the bricks, the expansion, the obvious melt, when we really get into it deep, man, it just really solidifies, if you will, my perception now about what I used to think. And we all take that and digest it in our own way. For me, it's really opened up me to where I've changed my lifestyle completely from what I used to think and do. And I see why. I see the indoctrination, I see the cognitive dissonance, and I see all this stuff. And you can be awake, you can be woke, but we're all still dealing with the same shit. And that's all the symbols, all the noise, all the indoctrination through our food, drink, water, advertisement, you name it, it's all up in there, I look at everything now and I can't watch the things anymore because I see the fakeness in it. But it's just entertainment, You just kick back after your day, you throw on a movie, it's just entertainment, Yeah, it takes your mind off of what you want to get your mind off of, but what it does is it's still entertaining you with deception. We talk about change through Meltology and stuff like that. And we always go back to the mind. It's a battle for the mind. And that's what we're just trying to show with the evidence is you cannot see what you've seen, unsee what you've seen. And that's what we're trying to do is show you stuff that you can't unsee. But it's real. You can bring it in whatever narrative that you want to hang on to try to disprove what we're showing you, but your mind won't let you.
You know what I don't like? It was when people say, "Oh, fake," and then they don't tell you why they think it's fake.
Yeah, and these kind of people, they get to come in, talk shit out of the side of their fucking mouth, and then drop the mic and walk off because that's the culture we're in now. We're on the tech here. You can say whatever the fuck you want, and then feel happy about yourself and fuck off. And that's what people do. It's easy. Mike Tyson said it best. It's easy to voice your opinion on the other end of the keyboard where you won't get punched in the face.
That's it. There we go. Sorry about that, Dean.
It's all good.
One, I had to roll a cigarette, and two, it was I was just about to lose it. So, anyhow, well said, young man. Again, another example. This is not fakery, is it? Can you see me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not fakery. Look at the balloon rocks everywhere. Once you see balloon rocks, you know that it's X-factored. It's X-factored.
Yeah.
You're looking at something that used to be magnificent. It's now in a pile of shit.
Yeah.
How is this possible in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
How is it possible?
Yeah.
We've got three definitive states of matter here. Look, the white, the yellow, turns to blocks, then we've got the bricks that's compressed, and they've got the balloon rocks, all in one build, part of a partial building, in the middle of a fucking forest. It's absolutely madness. Again, look at it. It looks like a new building, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But we see this huge deformation in it. Look at the arches. Where's the other part of this arch?
Yeah.
Where's the other part of this one? Look at the brickwork. See the darkness to the bricks. Saying they were cooking.
Yeah.
They were cooking. The aperture, look. Damage here. And this place is a carcass.
That's it.
Again, in the middle of nowhere. We have a red brick building that has all in its state of matter. Look.
Yeah.
This was a window, I believe. It's filled out. It's filled around with balloon rocks. We got more brick in here. We got brick in here. The corners are still bricky, but damaged. How is this possible? What has done this?
This evidence is so hot, Oxac says, I can smell the hard work here.
Wait until tomorrow's show. We're going to go long tomorrow. We are going to go do a very long stream tomorrow. So make sure you've got all the necessities to hand. Again, look, balloon rocks, brickwork around the windows and doors. Where's the rest of the building? This event wasn't long ago.
No.
Right, it wasn't long ago. And, you know, people might say, well, this civilization had this and it looks totally different. Well, yeah, because you're talking about civilization that's probably been here for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So in that process of growing up, if you want to call it that, the architecture will change.
Civil has been liationized, if you will.
It has.
There's nothing civil about civilization, as we know it.
It's like a bastardized word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, let me go back here. Just make sure you see that this brickwork here is crystallized, and then look, the whiteness here of the brick crystallized in here as well.
Yeah.
And then we see normal brick above that, well, heat damaged brick. Still got carbon 14 in the brickwork here above the white.
Yeah.
It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Then look this supporting wall here, heat damaged. Balloon rocks, bricks, all in one building. It's crazy.
Right. Look at that.
Again, more remnants. Everything above ground is just remnants. The fragments of what it used to be, because most of it's underneath the ground. If you want to call it ground, it's brick flood. But again, look at the bricks, look at the blocking, the damage to the base, all this churning brick here that's been spewed out.
Yeah.
Look up here, churned up bricks at the top. So you can see a red brick in here.
Yeah.
On this column. Madness.
Wow, man.
Another shot. This doesn't look old, does it?
No.
You can see it's still got the concrete molds up here on the top. But underneath, you can see the columns have been stripped, and you can see the brickwork.
Yep.
Underneath. Churned up wall here, look. Internal.
Yeah.
We see this everywhere. I'll get the hell out of here.
Man.
You tell me how they built this then.
Yeah, man. Come on now.
With everything you see in this picture, with all these balloon rocks and these bricks in this triangulated, the shape that they've put these windows. You tell me how they built this.
Yeah.
You know, why can't it be? Shouldn't it be bricks all the way across from the opening? It should be brick lines all the way across.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's balloon rock. Looking at a massive melt of fragments of buildings stuck in the brick flood. Everything else is under your feet. Notice the mortar here, look.
Yes.
See how thick this piece of mortar is here. The brick above it is cooked out partially. Heat damage in the arch. Bricks missing in here. It's all damage. All brick damage. Brick flood underneath. Again, we're saying the same thing. These brick lines should run from one side of the building to the other. And they do, from this side to about here. And then it goes into balloon rock. Why?
Yeah.
Why are you putting these balloon rocks in here? You may say, oh, they rebuilt it, but where are they getting these balloon rocks to put them in there?
Right.
Is there a quarry that does just balloon rocks? I don't know.
Yeah.
But what I do know is that bricks can alter their states of matter with electrical charge and heat.
Yep. Fuck yeah.
Another modern looking building, and look what we see. This just reminds me of the megalithic pattern that you see in South America with those huge blocks.
Yeah.
Same sort of color as well.
Yeah.
And it's all over the building. all over the building. You can't build like this. You can't build like this. I mean, this is some sort of aperture, but where's the bottom of it?
Yeah.
More. It even gives you a date on this bastard. They give you a date 1894. So they may have come along and put this in, the date, the numbers in then, but they certainly didn't build this in 1894.
No, they did not.
And not with this material anyway.
And again, is that an I or a J?
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. Because it goes, it's got a line at the top and then it goes down and it curves back to the left and it's got a line in between, in the center. So that well could be a J.
And if you're new into meltology, yeah, they fuck with the timeline too. They've added at least 1,000 years to what we think this date is.
I've just got to mute out, so you're gonna have to fluff again for.
Oh, right on. You know, and you know, that's the thing about meltology, man. You get into the details. The detail isn't just the melt; it's what's on the melt, what's in the melt. These dates, these symbols, these sigils, these renditions, these statues. You know, these things are part of the melt. They're part of the story. They're fucking yelling at us. They're screaming at us. You know, that's being a meltologist. Get in there. You know, you see something, you question it, you dig in deeper, you take a better look at it. You know, you get more question. You know, and that's the thing is the questions. You know, they're all relevant. Every question about, you know, when you're dealing with meltology, every question is extremely relevant because it needs to be answered, because for so long it's been ignored. It's gone to the point of it's so ignored now it's accepted reality. The deception and the lie is now reality. And the reason that it is reality now is because it's all about the mind. It's all about the perception. See, when you get people to think what you want them to think, then you know you can create any goddamn thing you want inside their head. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same thing. It's getting inside your head and altering your state of consciousness. Instead of getting inside and critically thinking about your own perception and comprehension of what you're seeing and what you're hearing, you know. And for me, it doesn't match up from what I learned. And I know it doesn't for you either. You know, I don't care whatever biblical scripture, where it said all the state of matter was changed instantly and these buildings were melted to the point where we are right now. It does not. It gives us these narratives of stories and stories and stories and stories told by somebody that told a story. And, you know, look, if you want to believe in all that stuff, that's you. But meltology is showing me that I've got to change my perception of things. My paradigm shift has happened. Is yours? You know, it's you know, it's about the melt, and bringing this evidence does take some work, you know, but you know, it's now a labor of love for me, because it's so goddamn obvious, it's so damn apparent. And you know, the conflicts that we have with each other concerning meltology and who's showing this and who's showing that, look, it's all the same fucking thing. It's evidence, man. It's evidence. And you know, this has to be brought out and challenged. We need to challenge the academia, need to answer the religious, all the political elite, all the ones that are living in their 6-digit incomes or higher, a lot fucking higher. All the ones out there driving around in their fucking expensive vehicles, going on their goddamn outings and all of that. You know, it's all about the digits. It's all about the money. It's all about keeping your perception where they want it to be, because that's where they're keeping their lifestyle going. Yeah. While you're out there working your ass off trying to make enough to feed your kids, your family, keep on going, they're asking you for your money. Huh? No. It's all about the money. Come on now. And that's what, you know, it gets down to the truth here. You know, everybody's got their price, if you will, huh? When you're speaking truth, you know, it's priceless, because it's rare in this age. And we see it in meltology, you know, our own states of matter change when you get into the X factor. And the heat has to be turned up. And that means the truth has to come out. And the truth is what it is, no matter your belief. You can think whatever you want. That's still a fucking melted building right there, and we're showing you the evidence to prove it, because that's what it's about. And if that crashes down your narratives of what do you think is fucking reality, well then, that's just the way it is, because this is real. This is the evidence. Well, and it's showing me personally that this place is a lot fucking different than what we think we're on. And there's a lot more going on than we know. That's for sure. Like this date again up here, Laughing Eagle showing on this building. We can't go just by that date. We can't go by what their little park ranger or what their little fucking academia tell us about this. Because we know everything that they're writing down and telling us is a lie. They did not build this in 1894. In fact, was it even 19 or 1894, or is this even 2022?
894.
Yeah.
894.
And the religious stuff that they hammer you with, it clouds your perception more so.
Yeah, well, that's the distraction to keep you confused.
And if you think I'm bashing or not bashing, you think I'm just speaking the truth here. And if you're religious and you're offended, well, again, that's your choice. I'm saying in the fucking melt, this is the evidence here. I don't want your Bible. I don't want your scripture. I don't want all your narrative. I don't want your baby rapers. Okay. I want the fucking truth about meltology, because that's what it's getting down to right here. And it challenges you, academia.
Can you hear me all right, Dana?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good stuff. Well said, mate. No, we want the facts. We've had enough fiction to last a lifetime. Right? We're starting to see with our own eyes and think our own thoughts. We don't need the so-called experts trying to confuse us anymore.
No.
Again, look, a fairly modern looking structure, but with the heat damage. Look, the heat damage at the base. Balloon rocks.
Yeah.
More of the same. Roofs, doors, windows, but the heat damage is there. Why would you be putting this shit at the bottom when you've got perfectly good bricks on above?
Yeah. Brick love interest.
Oh yes, brick love. More heat damage building. Old world. Look at the brickwork. Look what's happened. It's turned balloon rock. You've got arches filled in. And look, these are white bricks, these are red bricks. Sorry, Dean.
Oh, you're good, brother.
I've got to keep muting. I'm sorry, mate. Just keep talking, mate, and I'll be back in the tip.
Right on. But we try to keep it up and light in here. It's hard to do sometimes. You get it. Gosh, the evidence is so clear, and we're seeing so much, and we're taking it to different areas, and that's what I love about it. When I get into evidence, I want to show you stuff that you haven't even thought. You've seen it, you've been on it, you've played on it, you've lived on it, but I want to show you evidence where it's so apparent that it's been disguised and right in front of your face. And that's what meltology does. It wakes me up. And I know it wakes you up too, because that's why you're here. And, we're unique. Again, I'm gonna get into that. Melted Red Brick University. Like, share, and subscribe. Chill Out Zone. We're unique up in here in the nest. In our approach, I've said it before, raw and real. I'm going to bring you fervent heat the way I am when I wake the fuck up and how I feel in the morning, just like you are. I get into meltology, and it focuses me, it centers me, because I know what I'm doing is important, and it's not about me. It's not about me. It's not about Laughing Eagle. It's not about Jen. It's not about Joachim. It's not about Mark or anybody else out there as an individual. It's not. It's about us as a collective and fucking humanity realizing this goddamn truth, challenging ourselves, because you have to. You got to challenge yourself. when you get into this. You got to challenge your own belief systems once again, what you think, what you're putting up with, what you're tired of putting up with. You know, we got Christmas coming up again. You know, all the love going around. You know, because of course, we love our neighbors, right? Because we love ourselves, huh? Wow. You can't prove that certainly by a lot of people's actions, and a lot of people's self-gratifying approach to things. I'll put it that way. It's not self-gratification. It should be a collective gratification. It should be everybody up in here challenging. There's enough people into Meltology right now. You know, if you know, we could, and we put it forward before on the stream. You know, with the Brickathon, welcoming academia. I've said it many a times. If you out there know anybody in academia, know a geologist, know anybody that's scientifically esteemed, ask them these questions, show them these pictures if they haven't already seen it. You know? And again, we know that you approach these people to get defensive because it will challenge their comfort zone. Because we all love our comfort zone, don't we?
Dana, if you start showing evidence, rather than me waiting on me, because I've got to sort this problem out.
Roger that, Brick Love, brother.
Jump in some evidence, mate.
On it.
I don't want to keep you chatting.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we'll get it going on here. We've talked enough about things like that. You know, it's passion.
Yeah, get your infinity box up, man. Start showing some evidence. I'm gonna have to mute.
All right,
for
I'm
a
on.
minute.
I'm coming in.
Your box is up, mate.
Yep.
I will be watching, and I will come in with the occasional comment.
Right on, brother. Yeah, we're going to kick through some evidence, get this going, because there's some things that, you know, like I said, when I come home, I like to decompress, and decompressing for me is getting into Meltology and taking a look around. And, you know, I do that, you know that. And I've done it again. And I just want to point out some stuff. And like Last Eagle said, yes, sir.
No, I was just going to say, you run on with that, mate. Carry on.
Right on. You know, we don't do mundane. We've showed so much evidence. Laughing Eagle has set the standard, laid the foundation, the melted foundation for us to follow this. And, you know, we try to stay on the evidence that is captivating, will capture your attention. And a lot of people will see something that looks mundane, but in retrospect, it's very, very, very great evidence, like we're seeing here. And most people would say, well, that's a desert. Well, yeah, if you're indoctrinated and you know, don't understand what you're looking at, I see a melted fucking structure setting in itself. Really. Because that's exactly what the evidence is showing us right there. You know, this is a desert, but this is a melted structure. It's a desert because it's a melted structure. And you can see it. All of this wonkiness in this terrain, the undulation of the terrain, if you will. You see how this comes here. Look at your lines. Follow this. Follow this. If this is a desert, why are all these deformations in this right here? What's this doing right here? You know, why is it made out of brick block? Why is there structure down in here? Why is it ghosting into the melt at the bottom? When you get pics like this, when you get evidence like this, it's important that you go in and you pop them. Because when you don't, you miss the details like this right here. You see it, crew. I know you do. I'm not going to break it down for you. You can follow my cursor. You can see what I'm circling. Huh? That's right. This is a melted building. That's why it's a desert. And I'm showing you the evidence right here to prove that. Right here to prove that. What's this wall doing here? You know, you zoom in anywhere and you're going to find the melt. Look at all these apertures. Sticking down, sliding down this way in the melt. Look at the wave pattern. Look at the wave pattern out here. This is all cooked out brick ash, and we got pockets of structure back in here too. All this dark area here is structured. In the melt, look at your right angles. Look at your obvious structure sunk down in the melt, disappearing into the melt. In the melt. This is obvious right here. Yeah, this is a melted building, and I could show you this. Here it is. Here it is, melted structure. It's not erosion, it's not all that other bullshit. Look, here's part of it. Look, structure in the melt, collapsing down on itself. See that? All this back here is too. And what's really crazy is all this is attached to what's underneath it, because it's a building. This is just the tops of them. Okay. And if you want to say bullshit, it's fake, debunk, or whatever, then, you know, explain this fucking shit. What's down here? What's down here in the bottom? This is the lower level of the buildings that we were just looking at. Heat differentials. Look at your brick lines. Look at your transitioning right here. Cooked out. Look at your lines this way, and then over here it just gets all cooked out and wonky, settling more down this way. This bigger piece here settling down on this here. This whole wall is rock curtaining over whatever's laying down below here, and it's all fucking brick structure. Look. It's all brick. It's all structure. Look, pocket of survival. Huh? Pocket of survival. Apertures. Building right here. Brickwork up top. Rock curtain over the top. Right here we got C14 block brick in here. Over here is cooked out. This column. Supporting this piece here. This one's cooked out. Scorched out. Block. This one's still got some remnants of C14 in it right there. And see how it wraps around? You got these same kind of pieces right here. This is shifted down into the melt right here. There's the back side of it. I mean, I go fast. You know why? Because it's fun. You know why? Because you know what you're looking at. And that's why we asked that question to get up in Melted Red Brick University. What's a fucking mountain? Well, it's a goddamn melted red brick building, okay? There, I said it. If you're watching here, that's a gift from me to you to answer the question, get up in here and start researching and investigating meltology with us. And I can tell you all day long about how they're lying to us. In fact, I could show you where this fucking place is right here and show you how the governments are all lying to us about it. We've said that over and over and over again. And I can do stream after stream after stream of the same goddamn thing in a different part of the melt every time. Okay, we know that. Now we're reinforcing this. This evidence right here is a challenge again to anybody out there who wants to say that this is fake CGI. This is evidence. This is real. There's a person right back here. Huh? And there's a melted fucking structure right there in front of him that he's looking at. And everything back here is melted structure, crystallized out. This is not ice, this is crystallization of the brick. State of matter changing right there. Look, brick, crystal, crystal, brick. Get it? Showed a couple of these the other night. Let me do something here. Bear with me, please. I'm going to get back to these deserts because I found them intriguing. And I snapped these last night on the fly when I got home trying to get some sleep. I couldn't sleep, so I got into this, meltology. We went through that one. Let's see what this one is here. Again, melted structure. We went over this one too. Where's my flow here? I lost my okay, here we go back into these. Melted structures out in the melt, in the deserts. There's a piece right here, sitting there. Look at your crystallized, your lines in here, your brick block in here. Back here, obvious structure. Come on. Obvious structure. The base of it right here. Leaving some definition, some depth back in here, but expanding out here. All this was loaded with definition and concrete moldings and everything. We know how beautiful these things were. We see it. Look up here at the top. Your expansion. Coming up. You come from the bottom up. Stopped expanding as much here. Gave it that tapered effect, but still expanding coming up. And again, it's a desert because these buildings turned to brick ash. The desert because the buildings were turned to brick ash. These are melted structures laying where they rested in the melt. This thing was vibrating, it was flowing. These things were shifting, settling, very hot, losing their structural form. Leaving pockets of recognition like the brickwork, like the wall lines flowing out. Color differentials. Hot, not as hot. Losing C14, but not as hot, but going more crystal cooked out in here. Leaving wall structures relatively intact as far as the brickwork goes, but just a fraction of it. And you can see the torquiness of the bricks here. This is you can tell this is all brick melted structure. See how it melted here, melted out here, it's gone over here. This recesses down under to another level. All this is building, just flowing out, ballooning out and just sinking down into itself like bread dough. Aperture. The flow of the melt, the buildings rock curtaining down over each other. Look at the meld right here, the structure back into these coming in here. Look at this. Sometimes if I go like this, kind of makes it a little clearer. You can pick it out, crew. Music stopped. Hope I'm still here.
You're good, mate.
Oh, okay. You see the apertures up in here. You can see this row up here. Look at it.
Incredible.
You know, these were melted, or these were brick structures, and you know, before the melt they were all pristine and shit, and then after the melt they ballooned out, expanded heat, pressure, and then they started going like this, and it started sinking, and it started flowing down, leaving glimpses of the structure laying out. You know, shaking, moving around, shifting down. Yeah. Shell right here, going across, leaving this. underneath. Look at this. Look at the blocking in here. Look at the apertures in here and the brick and this part of the structure expanding out, losing the definition in here. This separation line between this one and this one. You know. Look at this back here. Settling down into the melt. Look at that. Blowing out over here, keeping its form kind of here, ballooning out, expanding. Top of it's gone, sinking down into the melt. This foreground stuff here, or this background stuff here, sinking down into the melt. Kind of got like a dome kind of shape to these folds in here. You know, all this undulation flowing down, this is significant because it gives us a glimpse of maybe the way these things were built. Instead of this being one huge, massive, one solid chunk, these things were massive, but they were intricate in their design, and they separated themselves from each other in that design. Whether it be through different levels, different apertures, whether it be a tech component to a habitational structure. You know, these things were all intermingled together, and they shifted down into the melt with each other. You know, our color differentials, why are some more cooked out, why are some is not? Well, are the more cooked out ones a tech? Were they part of a tech that made them more susceptible to being hit by the X factor electrical heat coming from the bottom up? Were these up here just the aftermath of the blown out heat going through the cooked out stuff, and these just took on the conductive energy or the radiant energy, if you will, of the underneath, and just melted out and sinking down on top. You know. Just to go down here and showing you this, look, brick block all the way up, multi-level here. This line coming across here with the brickwork underneath of it. All this over here, look at this, and this cooked out. Look at the flow up here, apertures everywhere up in here. I can take a pic like this and spend all night looking at it. And that's what meltology does, man. I mean, it breaks the narratives. We can call this whatever desert it comes from. This can be from the Mojave. This can be from Arizona. This can be from the Gobi. It could be from wherever the fuck. But this is melted structure, and that's the point. And to say that it's not is ridiculous. And it's very insulting to those that know what it is.
I can't see any sedimentary layers, mate.
Yeah. You know.
Makes me laugh.
You know. I like to do this. I really do. Because I know why they're doing it. I know why they're covering up these pics. They're fucking with the colors in these pics and stuff, and a lot of them to high definition and detail. That's that there.
Oh, they're definitely blurring stuff and shit, Dean. Definitely.
And this is the original snap. Why is this one in such great detail? I know you got distance and stuff there, but a lot of times I find this sheen over these things. Why is the sky clearer here and you get more milked out? I mean, these are the things that I pay attention to. And, you know, and then you got to go past it and you got to look at the shit that's behind the milkiness. And I got to fuck with it a little bit just to pop a little definition and detail for you. See it? That's a big beast up in there. And it's all part of the desert. Structure. Wouldn't you agree?
For sure, mate. Well, you know, I know that everywhere's melted. Everything is melted. So.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing, like you've said before, you know, you can go anywhere. So,
absolutely anywhere.
And that's kind of what I did last night. I went anywhere and I found these.
Yeah, of course.
This is the desert. Can't you see? People drive their fucking four wheels and shit out here and have fun. But what I see automatically is the right angle right up here, the skyline.
Of course.
And then what I also,
well, when you zoom in where your hand is, is that apertures?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it might not be. It might be grass or something.
It might be some shrub or whatever, but it might be structure too, because we see that in the melt.
Oh yeah, sure. I've seen it in the Sahara Desert, sand dunes with brick lines in.
Yeah.
This is way back.
Yeah.
I sent them pictures to Angry Man, but I wish I hadn't now.
And even in here, these kind of spots I like to really get into because there's shit there. See, watch. I pop this like this for this reason, to show you that sand dunes are melted structures. Arch.
Yeah.
And you see the brick block in here? See the C14? See the popping?
I can see the ghosting as well.
Yeah.
It's like archways on top of that archway.
Look at your brick color differentials, your block color differentials in here. Compare it to the brick ash. This is melted structure. It's all piece. Everything we're seeing here is melted structure, and this is showing you that. See it?
Yeah, well, you know, the next step, I'm going to do exactly what my sister told me to do. I'm going to ring the police and tell them there's a child left that's unattended running around. Because then they have to come around with social workers. Right? You see what I mean? All the shouting and it's still carrying on. I don't care if they want to sit around on their asses and doing fuck all day. That's their business. But what I do care about is this child running up and down and carrying on all fucking day. Because they can't be bothered to attend to him. Right, let me get on the phone to the police.
You see the crystallization. You still see the structure. You still see the melt.
No, because they've got no intention of changing their nasty behavior, right? They've got no intention. Right? They think they're safe up there. Right? They think they're safe. It's all fun and games. It's all laughter. We'll see. Yeah, it's only when I turn my music down that you can hear what's going on. Right? And I have to have the music on, not because of anything else, but the amount of people up there. It's difficult to have a life when you've got two great big fat useless bitches and another skinny bitch that don't come out of his bedroom, on top of a child and a dog. All that traffic is making noise every minute of the day. Right, on top of a weak floor. So you can imagine what my life's like.
Exactly, you know.
Sorry about that, Dana.
Well, we understand, you know. It's very aggravating, and I can let you know that
and
right
it's
now.
It's very disrespectful. But you don't want to do nothing with your life, that's fine. But don't make someone else's life a fucking misery whilst you're doing it.
All structure under here. I'll show you something.
Yeah, I just realised it, Devon. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys, if you heard that short outburst, but I'm very, very irate at the moment.
Look at under here. I'll pan out, let you know where we're at. Sand dunes. Dunes is like gravity. Dunes is like other buzzwords that throw you off track as to what you're seeing. dunes are the settling of these massive structures with the brick ash that they created resting in it. All right. And I'm showing you this now. Here's a melted structure right here, and I'll show you it. Well, I can pick out some shapes, some forms in here that lend to that. Straight lines, this in here, this here, straight lines. But, we're going to get into it and see it for what it is, and it's melted structure. Again, see your brick block work in here. See this right angle? See, it's melted out. It's sinking down, leaning into the melt right here. And here's the structure right here. Here's the brickwork. What's remaining of it? And this is just a shell. And there's a top of it there. And if I go over here, I know that this is also a shell because look. Again, brick ash, brick structure, brick ash, brick structure. Part of the structure back here as well. See it? And this just setting down in the dunes. And these things are so massive, you fly over them. When you're standing on it, it's very hard to comprehend unless you know what you're looking at and you know what you're in. And flying above it, it's so vast that you really don't pick out and say, hey, that looks like a fucking melted building. No, it's just a beautiful landscape. Meltology is beautifully gruesome. It's all in the eye of the beholder. Melted structure. This flow pattern of the melt here, this building right here, sinking down into itself and just twisting and leaning back and slipping. Slipping down into the melt. See? 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 Color differentials, loaded C14 brick ash out here. With the structures, all this undulation and stuff is just the shape of the structures, what's remaining going down into the melt. See? It's all about seeing. Why is this remaining all, this all cooked out in here, crystallized, if you will, keeping some solidity, but being strung out like wet noodle, flowing with the melt. All of its structure. This piece back here laying down. Look at this. Right here. See this? Ghosting in here. Look at this light material. Rode out apertures galore up here. Laying pretty much flat on the melt, but leaving this ghosting here of the structure that it used to be. See it? Color differentials. I mean, look at the shape, look at the structures, look at the right angles, look at the symmetry. Comprehend what you're seeing. Wake up. What we're on. Again, another shot of this here. I showed this down here, and what's this down here? Well, it's brick block. It's melted structure. That's exactly what it is. That one. Show that one. Yeah, I grabbed only a few of these desert pics last night. Very late night for me. I hope I got them all. Did I get this one? Because it's intriguing, man. I knew about these dunes before and got into them a little bit, but they're very fascinating. They're very fascinating. Yeah, I showed that one. Okay. Yeah, I showed that one too. The texturing too on the ground here is showing you the flow. There we go. And I'm going to get into some different stuff here, crew. I just wanted to bring those to you that I grabbed up last night. And on the fly, just popped in my head. Thought I'd do it. Bam, there it is.
You're not done already, are you?
No, 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 not at all.
Oh, good. I'll keep
No,
going, mate.
not at all.
I can't be showing stuff with all this noise going on, mate. I can't.
Oh, I get. That's why I'm going to click into some stuff here and just go.
Yeah. Which is why probably tomorrow the 10:30 show would be a bit more ideal, because the freak show would have be in their bed by then.
Yeah.
It just makes things easier. I don't, it's just because it's been going on so long, Dean, and you know how long it's been going on.
Well, we've talked for many hours, and like I said before, as a family here, we reach out to each other, and I've talked to other meltologists about stuff that doesn't even pertain to meltology.
Yeah.
And I know what Laughing Eagle's going through this last over a year now, putting up with the people that he's having to be around as far as where he's at. And it's difficult.
It's more than difficult. It's draining and tiring, and obviously it affects your mental state when you can't get rest when you want. I ain't had a line in my bed for over a year. I haven't been able to have an early night for over a year. I used to have a nice little sleep in the afternoons. I can't do that. It is just one drama situation after another with these people.
Yes.
But this is what happens when you get trailer park trash who haven't even lived a life, bringing life into the world.
Showing you some definition and detail above this horseshoe magnet right here. Massive one. I mean, look underneath. Look how it came down right here into here, and the transitioning going on here. This is coming down, flowing out off of this arch. It's crystallizing out this piece here, expanding it, flowing out this way and stopping this one here, wedging that in. Look at the flatness of all this compressing down in this gap right here. And then under here, structure underneath. I like to do this, and thank you for hanging out with me and letting me play like this. I like to take these kind of pics and go like this with them, because it brings out so much more in the melt. Look at that. You can really see up under here more. You can really see back in here more. And it really pops this a little bit different here now. See, this looks like, see the artistic kind of setup here. I'm seeing some structure up in here, but it was above this arch. This thing was beautiful. And what they had above it was just exquisite. And now it's gone. And we see a lot of these arches that are in pristine conditions with these features up above them. This one's just lost in the melt. Another inside of a building. Compression expansion. Laughing Eagle has said it many a times. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. Look at the scorching down in here. Look at that. Look at the expansion coming off this, there's so much definition in here still. Block coming off of here, popping out off of here. Crystallization, expanding out this way. Everything underneath, like ice cream, coming down. Crystallizing out over here. This has got some renditioning in it. Look at this. Hold on a minute. This is what I love about meltology. You get into the pics and you start fucking with the contrast and popping the details lost and shit like that. Sometimes you can find things, man. You just got to understand what you're looking at. See it now? See the detail in the structure now? This whole thing in here, this down here where we were on, look at how it's sunken back. It's got a dome feature on it up here, look. Kind of a dome feature here, arch feature here with shit underneath here like renditions. See them? We see a lot of these kind of things in India. A lot of these dancing kind of figure statues rode out. Got one here, lost in the melt. Sinking back into this here, lost in the melt. Look at your colors again. Look at this. What's this over here? Why is this like this? Look at it. What is this pattern here? Look at your darkness. Look at your crystallization, and then your scorched out material in the crystallization. What was this structure right here? Whatever it was inside this structure, this massive structure, and expanding and compressing in because it's expanding out. Apertures back in here, structure back in here, all over down here, structure, and the plumbing's still intact. Explorer, diver, whatever, but you know, even down under the water, we have brick block. See it? Just reconfirming meltology, just reconfirming the evidence, just standing behind what we say. That's all. Look at this right here. See the separation line here? See the separation line here? We got expansion building here. We got expansion building up here. Look at this. I mean, look at the definition still up in here. It's leaning forward at us. Look, aperture. Rendition. Hanging off the side of these buildings. We know they're there, inside and out. And here's another one right here. Aperture right here showing a kind of like somebody would be standing up in here. It'd be like this guy right here. Standing up in there. Okay, and then this is the outside renditioning. And it's expanding towards us, and both these sides here are pancaking this in here. Look at this in here. We start from the bottom and go up. All the way down. Here's the water as we come up. Look at the brick in here. It's resting. This is resting on this brick in here. And then we start getting into the definition, the detail of the structure. Look at this in here. Expanded out brick coming up. You got a line here, expanding, setting down on itself. It's pancaking in here. Change of matter, getting the state of matter being changed. Boom, boom, boom up in here. Concrete mold, bam, right here. Part of this, what remaining of this right here. And as we follow it up, we can still see this gap in here on each side. See it? Gap, gap. And as we go up, we see the ghosting. Look at all this. Let me do this. I'll do this because I love you. Because I want to bring the evidence forward. I want to show you what.
You're addicted.
You better.
You're an addict. Dino's a meltology crackhead.
Yeah, I like to mainline it every night. I mean, I can't help it.
Freebasing meltology every night.
But you can see the expansion, how it just pushed together in here. Squeeze this piece here.
Nice.
Again, inside of melted structure. Person down here.
Clear block and brick lines there to the left, on the right.
Yeah.
Sinking in at an angle too.
Yeah. Sorry for the background noise. Got a little truck and a little.
You think I can say anything? Look at the background noise I've got to put up with, mate.
Oh, I know, right? What's cool about this pic here too is a ghosting that I see right off the bat, right in here. We see all this wall on this side, but this piece right here, this in here, Just want to do something. There we go. The brick, it was expanding out, going flush, expanding to its point here where it stopped. And then in here, your expansion was a little bit slower. You left some more brick in here. You left some remnants of a concrete molding up in here. Left more C14 loaded up in here. You can see it expanding, wanting to go here, what's around it, but just didn't get to that point in here. Left a little depth and definition back in here of the structure. And again, this is the shell coming out. And then this eerie bitch over here. Look at this. Let's start here and we'll work our way up. Crystallize out. Look at your block lines. This is shifting down, kind of like settling forward into the melt here. Structure, structure, aperture, aperture. And we're going up and we just see the melt happening. All structures up the side of this thing. You do something here. That's a little bright right here. So let's do this. Poor Dave.
I am still listening, Dane. Don't worry.
Yeah. See right here. Look at all your apertures. Look at all the shell as we go up. Just look at all your structure in there. Look at all your melted apertures. But this piece right here is very interesting. Gives us a lot of depth still back in here, this internal back part of this in here. And all the apertures, which shows us that this whole massive structure, everything that we're seeing right here, we know there was gap, there was space, there was inhabitants, there was meaning behind these things, man. And now they're just solid masses of fucking melt. Concrete molding right in here. Look at all this definition in here. This. I mean, the detail is just tremendous. In every pick, I can't stop. I mean, there's more. I mean, fucking hell. Look at all that up in there. We see it, we're on it, we vacation on it, we go explore it, we make money off of it if we got the right letters after our fucking name, if we paid enough extortion money to get the credentials to push the false narratives to stupid people down and create a false paradigm. Because that's what academia has done to us. They've lied to us about this. This is a melted fucking building. And they're calling this a cave. And we got sedimentary layers, and we have all this other shit that only they know, that it's their truth, and we all have to live by it because they say so. Because goddamn it, they got their little fucking costumes on, and they got the same goddamn helmets. Huh? They come from the same club. I'm sick of it. Done with it. Showing you the reality of it here. Look, fucking melted building. Structure back here. Look, structure back there. Look, foreground, they're walking on structure. Look, brick. They're walking on top of it. I won't pander to stupidity. I don't give a fuck what college you come from. I don't care what you say and what credentials back that. This is melted structure here. And time is up. Look at the rock curtain coming over here. Look at the structure in it. Tell me that's not. Come on now. Melted Red Brick University, like, share, and subscribe. We bring you the melt like we do because, goddamn it, you know why? because we know what we're seeing. We know what we've done. We know what we've shown. We know who we've brought in to help show this too. And they're still spreading the message in their way. But we do it our way. And it may be a little rough around the edges for some, but it might fit very nicely for others. Go where Meltology takes you, but just make sure that it's about the evidence if you're talking about Meltology and not narrative. Because I'll call you out every fucking time. And not that I'm anyone to call anybody out, but I'm just going to say what's on my mind. And if you're trying to meld false narratives into this, I'll call you out on it, because nowhere in your false narratives does it explain what we're fucking showing you. It only explains the deception that it's created and why people can't see this. Melted structure, inside of it, columns going straight the fuck up. Can you see it? Can you see the melt? And the structures in the melt? It's passion, it's not anger. It's exasperation, not desperation. You know, we can go into our many different groups and have speculations with our masturbation. Here we keep it about the melt, and it's about meltology. And it's about getting this message out and showing people that will want to see it, that can see it, and that want to advance it. Like the prophet Bruce Lee said, take what is useful and throw the rest away. If you find stuff that's useful up in here and you want to throw the rest away, that's your business. That's fine. Go ahead. Do what you're going to do. We're going to do what we're going to do, and that's show you groundbreaking evidence every fucking day. And we're not going to stop.
Well said, mate. I always believe that you take the best of everything that you can find and make it into your own. Much along the parallels of what you said about Mr. Bruce.
Yeah.
You cannot say you're the finished article. Nobody is the finished article, especially not in Meltology. As good as some think they are not the finished article, because you don't know everything. And I'm me included. I don't know everything, and I've been in it a long time, a lot longer than some of these up and comers that are just new on the scene.
Yeah.
Who think they've got a big profile and they're too big to be they're not too big, but they're looking down at the place that they came from. It's all about learning. It's a learning curve. I'm afraid because we're playing catch up, everybody's on the learning curve, whichever part of the curve you're on.
If the war is good, we would inevitably be caught between them.
Absolutely.
Occupation forces. We cannot afford to act rashly. If we do, we will risk the annihilation of our entire armed forces.
Just incredible, you know. And again, man, you want to focus on the obvious, and then you got to focus on the rest, because if you don't, you're depriving yourself of some great evidence like that. Got to look around your evidence, your picks. So much more. Look at that. Columns, structures, apertures. Look at this piece right here. Top left corner. All structures. sinking down into itself, leaving this big void in here because there was a big void in this building. And then you can actually, this thing's so big that you can actually see the drop of the melt in here. I can see the structure over here, and I see these apertures up here, and I see this line going this way, and I see this coming down here, and I see this more shifting down this way. Shifting down this way and then falling forward this way. See this? Coming down, rock curtaining over everything here. And then this side over here is just blowing out, expanding everything down this way. And there's so much definition and apertures in here. Look at the size of these apertures in here. Look at all your differentials in your brick and block in here. Showing you the structure, the shifting, the settling that is setting down on itself. This was just an internal fucking masterpiece inside of this masterpiece. Same with this one. I mean, we'll go here first. Column piece coming up, supporting this here. This other one's right here, but blown out. And it's going sideways down into the melt, coming forward. Part of this massive structure that was surrounding this massive structure in the middle here. Okay, how big this is here. This goes all the way around this here, and this, and then the expansion over here coming into the side here. Aperture right here. Look at your stepping going up, or your lines here, but it blocks out and then goes into an aperture right here. Look, with structure in it, and all coming down on this thing here. Look how it met up here. Fuck. Let's take a look at something here. Look how this piece, big piece, came down over this thing here and is smashing out and flowing down. Just look. Look how your lines, this is all coming down. Line, and then smashing in right here. Compressing right here. Look at that. Look at that compression going on in here. And then what it did is it started just flowing out, oozing down, structure lost. This here was part of what was above in this, and now it's all heat, and it's getting squeezed, and it's smushing out and hanging. And it's welded in right here to this massive structure coming up here. It's welded in. This piece came down, was so hot that it now welded in right here to this structure it's coming down on. See? Hanging out over here, coming in, welding here. Smashing down on it. Crystallizing out. Becoming part of this here. Then it stopped. And it left us this. Now we'll just travel down this thing in the middle. Look at your definition lost in here. You can still see how intricate it was just by the ghosting, just by the shapes, just by, the makeup of it still. And as we come down, we got little pockets like this that give us a glimpse. This thing was open in here, arch in here. This is all expanded melted material coming out of it right here, dropping down. Column piece right here that made this another column piece going up here to support all this internal here. And this was columns going up, columns going up, columns going up, and there was gap in between these columns. This was a different kind of a makeup of this piece here. And it melted together, forming this here, and squeezing in right here. But there was so much definition. There was so much detail lost in this. It's just amazing. And leaving this big mound down here because it all came sinking down. It all came sinking down. See it? It all came sinking down. This guy's going, wow. And he's looking right there where we were looking. Different pick. Melt up here. It's all melt. Oh, Dally, I'm going to go to a different one. Some of these I might have showed before. I don't think this one. This road coming down is the top of this building. This wall, this top of piece of this spaghetti down as it sunk down into the melt. Sinking down, compression, causing twist all the way down. And see, here's the structure I'm talking about. See how it goes right along the top of these brick buildings? This brick wall, this brick makeup of whatever this building used to look like. See, all the bands are melted structure. Melted brick block all the way up. All this building sinking down right in here. Stairway going up or something up into here. I got about a half an hour.
Yeah, about 25 minutes. About 25 minutes.
I'm glad I stumbled upon this one, Laughing Eagle, because I wanted to bring this to your attention. End of the cruise.
Did you now? Oh, did you now?
Yeah.
You don't have to bring anything to my attention, mate. You know my eyes.
Oh, I know your eyes. I know your eyes. And I just caught something in this pick. In fact, I took this pick twice because of this reason right here.
Well, lay it on me, brother. Lay it on me.
Don't pay attention to all this up here. Pay attention to this right here. What shape is this? The highlighted area. The lens flare, somebody would call it. But what shape is it?
Oh, it's your hexagonals. It's your hexagonal in the lens flare.
But I thought, is that a lens flare?
Is it?
Because what I'm seeing here is the heat differentials. Now we got the road coming up over here, but I see a heat differential from this side to this side. And then they may say it's caused by the lens flare. But I thought, well, why the shape?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you can have...
Well, surely, if you just look, you see before this loop where you've got the pinch point of the two parts of the wall. Now, if you were going to make a wall, surely you just make it straight here.
Yeah.
In that pinch point, you wouldn't need this loop.
Right.
It's crazy. This is part of the wall, obviously.
Yeah.
Of this building.
And the reason I snapped it twice is because I was just trying to confirm a couple things. And here's another pic of it, but I snapped it a little darker down in here to pop some detail. Now, we still have the same hexagonal pattern, but it's focused around this pinch point right in here, this structure piece right in here. It's a lens, I don't know.
Do you think they I mean, it's not like they're trying to, it'd be very difficult to put that in, the lens flare in there on purpose, but it does seem to be kind of trying to mask that area.
It just really caught me, the shape of it. I started digging into this pic and I was like, that's a fucking hexagonal piece right there. But it just stood out and I wanted to pop it to bring it.
What's that at the bottom of the hexagonal, the bottom square part of the hexagonal? What is that there? It's like, it looks like you can see expansion there, ballooning up in that area.
Lightened it up.
Yeah, in that area.
Yeah.
Very weird. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was
But
just
you've got the eyes the same as me, mate. Not many people would have picked that out myself, I believe.
Melted building.
Look, you can see where they've cultivated the top there.
Yeah.
You know, you see the plant life stripped away, and it's all green grass or what fit or crops. Maybe they're growing there.
Yeah.
Look,
But the altitude of this thing here, man, fucking
it's crazy, absolutely crazy. Terracing down.
Yeah.
And you can say, oh, they cut those out. How? At that altitude. Crazy. Apertures.
Everywhere.
Again, crew, I'm really sorry about not being able to finish my evidence and having to mute and stuff, but as I explained earlier, I've got a set of people that lives upstairs, and they're very disgusting people, so it's very difficult to hold concentration. And once my concentration gets broken, I'm a totally different animal. I can get very mean. So please forgive me for any outbursts that you heard.
Well, like I said, we've said before, we keep it raw and we keep it real because we're living our lives, and we have to do it live stream as well as off stream, and we got to put up with the same stuff that everybody else out there. And you've got your own issues that you're dealing with, people that you just fucking don't get it. So you can kind of like empathize, sympathize a bit. I know I do.
It's just amazing how the depth of some people's retardation, as far as I'm concerned.
And that's, God, it's all part of the change too, man. We wake people up when we start having these people that are so arrogant and fucking ignorant and able to just fucking function the way they want to. And we got to live in the aftermath of their fucking existence.
Oh no, it's madness. It's what really pisses me off is that absolutely no respect for another person's peace and quiet. Agony Pain Cells says, Meltology on my lunch break. Brick love y'all.
Brick love you.
And Beatrice says, when I heard about this Meltology, I went boots on the ground. And then Beatrice says, evidence everywhere. Amazing. Of course. Yeah. Of course. Evidence everywhere.
Little pocket of survival. People are still living in it. Look at the walls.
Wow. Cooked and melted. Sunken into the brick flood.
Look at that here.
Big fucking, look at that. They cook off there, the grey stuff. Can't be disputed anymore. I think we proved the fact years ago, and now it's just trying to make other people have the same realization.
Yeah, things
are not what they seem in this realm. And how many times you heard me say it? This is the goddamn Planet of the Apes.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Remember the final scene with Charlton Heston walking around the beach on the brick ash?
Oh, yeah.
And you see, what does he see? The Statue of Liberty sunk in at an angle.
Yeah.
So they're telling you. They're showing you. But how many out there perceived it at the time? Or even in later when you saw the film?
Oh, I know.
You go and look at that film there, The Planet of the Apes with Charlton Heston. All you've seen is melted buildings every bloody where.
Yeah.
Go and look. I've got the box set DVD with all the films, and I'll just get blown away by the first one because it's just blatantly in your face.
Oh yes. This melted building right here. Look at this piece right here.
Leaning.
See how it's leaning right here, and then it buckled right here, and then it goes vertical up here, and you got the shell of the structure on it right here. Look.
Crazy. Even that part next to it covered in plant life, there's an aperture in it.
Yeah.
Look at it.
There's
Boom.
also a fucking tag. I'm sorry.
Oh, is that what you were hiding? Well, I didn't see the tag until only when you mentioned it. So you won't get a red card for that, mate. But come on, can't you see that aperture there in the middle of that greenery there?
Yeah.
Right there where Dino's circling. That's building slipped down.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just an amazing, amazing realm once you understand what you're looking at. Incredible damage, incredible ferocity in this event. To do this to huge, huge buildings, it's amazing.
Kind of a different angle on this pic, showing these a little bit better over here. And you know what's fun for me when I'm doing this kind of stuff? I see and each evidence is different. My God, I remember this one. And I think you showed this one, Laughing Eagle.
Yeah, I have.
This is one of those. Got to fucking do it. It's in the flow of my stream here, but fucking.
You know what, Dean? You can use anything that I've used or I'm going to use. You know, you're more than welcome.
Well, you know,
you know why? You know why I say that? Because you're very respectful with it.
Well, I love you, man.
You know, you'll turn around and say exactly what you said there. Oh, Spartan, Laughing Eagle's shown this before. Or Laughing Eagle was one of the first to say this.
Yeah.
Laughing Eagle was the first to show this.
Yeah.
So this is why there's never any problem, because you always give me the kudos.
Well, it's
not that I'm going after it, but you know, I love that. You know, I just respect you fully for that.
Oh well, brick love to you, and you know, because you treat me like that. You know, you know, and I'm not looking for it either.
You know,
but it's the way I was brought up. I don't know.
Well, I just think if someone shown something and it's the first one to show it, and then you go back there and show whether you show the same or pictures around there or different angles, you have to acknowledge that you saw it somewhere else.
Exactly.
Me, I don't really suffer from that, because most of the stuff I kind of show, no one else is showing it.
Well, you know, people need to understand when you're talking with a dude that's been through millions of fucking pieces of evidence.
And it is millions.
And analyzed every goddamn one of them and created a platform and brought people in and flicking out joints every day still with quality and artistic content behind it. Respect.
Doing it all for you guys, man. It's not for myself. It's for you guys. You know, as I said, we're playing catch up to this narrative that they've been working on for hundreds of years. So we have to come hard. Remember, I used to always say that when I was with the other guy.
Yeah.
I'm always coming hard. There's no playtime. It's no game for me. Nice. Can you just see? All you're seeing is the tops of the buildings. The rest is melted and sunk into the brickwork.
Yes.
And then densified, which is why they leak the mad angles in different mad locations. Densified there. Even some of these places that you're showing now are not in the original places, because they've melted and slid down the A-frame and then densified when the electrical charge and heat stopped.
Yep. Showing you the flow out here. Here's the structure that we just saw, but the flow out here. With the structures flowing in it.
Oh man, great shot.
You know,
I haven't got that shot, by the way.
Oh, you don't?
I don't have that, but I have others like it.
Oh yeah.
Detailed files.
Oh yeah.
As
I
you
kind
see,
of snapped a couple of this actually. Oh fuck, man! I was very tired that night.
Oh, listen, wait until tomorrow. I've got some yummies for you.
Oh, you always do, bro.
All
You
fresh, all fresh. The stuff, the evidence I was showing today was from the video that I made. Answers needed academia.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to show tomorrow is all fresh, all new. But you know
No,
how
here-
to do it. Structures.
Oh,
I saw them.
yeah, we got trees here, but you know, these aren't trees right here.
Structures. I saw it. That's it.
You know, kind of a grainy shot, but I wanted to pop that feature there.
Grainy, but still good enough for my little eyes to home in on it.
I like this one for the color differentials here. You got your green C14 scabs and then just this fucking melt behind it just pops it. And I left this sheen on it because I wanted to show you something again here. Here's the sheen. And then if I just go like this and then just go like this a little bit. Kind of takes that sheen away. See it? Now we can start getting into some fucking meltology. Because now it pops my brick, it pops my block, it pops my structure, my color differentials to a point. Because all I'm doing is lightening or darkening, and I got the saturation to add a little bit of, you know, the tint behind it. But that's all I do, is I'm just trying to bring out the definition of the melt. That's it. Not adding anything CGI, nothing. Just trying to pop the definition. Because your eyes can get lost fast, and you know. But anyway, you get my point. When you're searching for evidence, pay attention to that stuff, because you get features like this right here. It's going across, scorched out. You can see kind of a row down into the melt here, the expansion coming over everything, twisting, settling down into itself, like just meshing together. And all this back here, obviously. Anybody see any red brick?
I'm back.
Right on, brother. And even this piece here in the green, man. You know. Structure, obviously.
Infused with carbon 14, so it's very attractive to the plant life. That's why they're there.
Yeah. Brick ash sinking down on here, and these things are just laying back and just settling down into the melt.
Purple spliff. Purple, my favorite color.
Um,
Well, it would be. Great stuff. Great evidence, as always, from Fervent.
right on, man.
And the reason it's great is because we don't all see things the same way. And it's great to have, sometimes we flow in with the evidence together. Sometimes it's stark differences. So what I mean by that is you're seeing a lot of topography here from Fervent.
Yeah.
Whereas what I was showing is more building.
Yes.
But really, topography and building are the same things, but just altered states of matter.
Yes. And just popping this for, again, the features. I took the sheen away, and it gives us much more in this pic. You know, settlements down in here, people living down in here in the melt, but all this back in here. I mean, my God, I won't dally so much there, but just showing the massiveness of these structures slipping down into this pinch point down here. And again, here, this pinch point down here, these structures flowing, causing this water to take this direction after the floodwaters came in. But then I popped it for this here too. Now it's coming down here in the melt. The aperture is the shell of the structure. Look at your heat differentials this side to this side. Look at your transitions right here. Clearly structure. And it's the small little things in these pics that catch your eye, takes you there, man. Reading the melt. That's what I like to describe it. Reading the melt. And even this slope coming down here, I noticed this discoloration down in here, and it's got structure behind it. I'm seeing straight line. In fact, when I get into it here, and I pop it just a little bit different of a way, it brings out the definition a little bit better for us. We see chunks in it just melting down. And the color is, I mean, all this is just textured out with brick flow, structure flow. Big building, chunk in the melt. Reflection. Really grainy, big aperture over here, melt. Foreground is why I popped it here. Multi-structure. Trees in the foreground. But all this plateau here, if you will, is all melted structure. You can see it. This is melting down. This is expanding, getting shoved out, and leaving this right in the wave, if you will. Better shot of it here.
Just read this comment, Dean. Agony Bain says, awesome lunch break. Back to work I go with a belly full of truth. Catch the rest of the show tonight. Thank you both for the evidence. Till the next time. Love to you all. Brick love, Agony. Don't forget, we're on 10:30 tomorrow p.m. Yeah. And hopefully it won't be such a disruptive show on my side of the studio anyway. Yeah, I can't be dealing with all these distractions. It just takes my focus away. I'm just like a blithering idiot after that. Nice shot, Dean.
Oh, right on, brother, right on.
I like the way you see the eighth. It's all laying back.
Yes. Popping and picking. Popping and picking.
You got about 2 minutes, mate.
Right on. I'll go through one, maybe two. More of this up here. This is what I wanted to get to. Just fucking evidence, man. Evidence. A bit grainy, but I did this one for this big piece over here. Wanted to play with it. There we go. You can see the terracing in the melt.
Oh, nice.
Kind of like this whole piece here is collapsing down in. Going sideways here. Sinking down in this way. There we go. That's better. Definition-wise. Sinking down this way, but coming back and hooking onto this piece here, which is attached to this piece over here that's down, leaning back the other way. It's coming down This is leaning back, and then this is coming the same way this is here. And then the melted piece all the way down at the bottom. I mean,
It's time for 007, mate.
all right, brother. Brick Love crew. Brick Love.
Well done, mate.
I hope
Nice
you
set of
enjoyed it.
evidence there. Oh, I did immensely. Even though I couldn't comment when I wanted to because of, well, you know why. But great stuff, Dino. Dino, the Machino. Yes. Again, it's time constraints. Otherwise, we'd still be going on. But tomorrow, we're on at 10:30 p.m. the Chill Out Zone, and we will have a very long show. I've already nearly enough completed the evidence that I need to grab for that. Dean's laughing. So be prepared to make sure you get in. Try and get in early. Make sure you're in for the memes.
Yeah.
Remember, we're doing it all this for you, and we really don't. We're not trying to cause controversy with anybody. We're too busy looking at evidence. If we feel people aren't doing what we expect of them, then there'll be consequences to that. Because we're putting in the hard work, and I'm not saying other people hadn't put in hard work, but you know, we expect certain levels from people. When we don't get it, it's very disappointing. You know, no matter who they are, or who they think they are, or how elevated they think they are. Remember where you came from. Remember who helped you in the beginning when you didn't have anything, when you couldn't go nowhere, you didn't have a platform to stream on, you didn't even have equipment to stream from. That's how good we are. That's how good we are. It is what it is. Last words, Mr. Dean.
Again, Brick Love to everybody. One love to you and yours. Again, my brother, thank you again. You know, we streamlined things internally again, and we do this for a reason, and we move on because we have to. And it's growing again. You know, we're getting into all different kinds of meltology. We're getting into avenues that we're going to be bringing forward that we're having to take our time on. We got to approach it with it right. And that's the reason that we do this. You know, we come upon evidence, and we want people up in here that want to be part of this and create and contribute toward, you know, and well, you know, those that want to move on. Those that want to come in and advance us, come on in. Let's break down some notes.
It's all about Brick Love, as Dino said at the beginning. You know, we ain't got no hate for nobody. We ain't got time for that. It's just too exhausting. Yeah. You know, it's all about the Brick Love, and it's all about trying to inspire people and reach people. You know, the ones that seem to be unreachable. But we'll get there with each piece of evidence, with each video, with each post in the group, and with each stream. We will get there.
Absolutely.
You know, we may not be the ones who get the kudos when it does break mainstream, but we'll be happy to be a part of it.
The only thing I'm looking for is a change in shit. The actual fucking addressing of the meltology. Yeah. That's why I'm doing it.
It's a fundamental truth, and as you know, sometimes with the way people are, it takes a long while for it to filter in a new way of thinking. It was much the same with Flat Earth, wasn't it?
Exactly the same with it, you know.
Flat Earth went through the same shit that we're going to go through, and we still have problems to face. But as a collective, as a group, as a Red Brick University, we will face those.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to be inclusive, but you can't be taking the piss out of us because we're not having it.
No, absolutely not. You know, first and foremost, we're grown men and women here, you know, and then we're meltologists, you know, and you know, we all want to be respected and treated in the same sense. You know, we all work hard, you know, and when opportunities are given, you know,
well, the fact is, Dino, it's when you go out on a limb for someone to help someone, and then they come and throw it in your face, back in your face, it doesn't feel good.
Well, like the Germans say, das ist das Leben, such is life.
It is. That is life. I'm afraid. That is life. But we live and learn, and we won't make the same mistakes twice.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
But
Anyhow.
good love, one love to you and yours. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. Remember, guys, we are the survivors of the survivors. Take care of yourselves and take care of one another. As Fervent says, we'll be back tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. UK time. Please try and get in. Be a good show, nice and long, no short business. Us two, we can do a 10-hour stream if we feel like it.
Oh, we could go on StreamYard and just leave it open and be here forever.
Yeah, of course. But we're doing it for you, and this is the right reason. We're doing it for you. We're not doing it to enrich ourselves, to make ourselves, like superstars, Johnny, I'm it, and all this business. No, this is done purely for you guys, for the people that don't know, for the people that want to know, for the people that want to expand their knowledge and understand this realm. It's very simple for us. Anyhow, on that note, take care, guys. We are out. From Fervent and myself, one love, much love, Rick love. Take care. We're out. Boom.
Good luck, crew.